And we are live. Sorry about that, guys. Took me a little longer than I was expecting. I was defeated by technology like a fucking amateur. But how are you guys, man? How are you guys? Big up to Robstar, what's up? Thank you very much, by the way, for the compliments. Yeah, the world isn't on fire, it's in lava. It feels like that right now, man. Spooky, what's up, Spooky? How you doing? Hello, husband. How you doing? But yeah, the world's going crazy right now, man. It really is. The world is going crazy. So I thought, why not go live? I haven't been live. I forgot the last time I was live. Last month, I think. What's up, Zen? Any videos on Israel, Palestine? Maybe on. I may start a Patreon. I may start it back up. Discussing that on YouTube with my opinions is going to be no bueno, so to speak, because YouTube are they are what they are. Unfortunately, we can't, as sovereign citizens, just regular people, we can't really have our say on anything. If it's safe, we can have our say. If we have like the right opinions, we can have our say. But if you differ from the bell curve at all, then you're going to get smashed. So Israel, Palestine, I would love to talk about it on YouTube, but simply I can't, I'm afraid. Greetings to you too, sir. Big up to Greece. Robin Johnson, what's up? A Gore, that's a good idea. I don't like the idea of tier. Yeah, I could structure something like that, Rahan. I could structure something like that. That could be a decent idea, but it's basically an iceberg, really, when you think about it. Big up Gatti, man. Thank you very much. Palasonic, thank you. Thank you. Part of the Twitch gang. Big up to Gatti. I always love that avatar, by the way, Arturo Gatti. I was watching his fight the other day with Mickey Ward, the first fight. Unbelievable. It's cool you're a boxing fan as well, man. Big up to Talasonic, aka Gatti. Salute. Yeah, war's breaking out. Yeah, anywhere and everywhere. That's what it feels like right now, man. There's certain man out here getting rich, profiteering. And before we start answering questions and shit, I'd like to make this abundantly clear. Doing this sort of channel, I understand the pushback and criticisms for it. I can certainly understand why people would look at a channel like mine and come away with negative conclusions. That's fair enough. I wouldn't call those people crazy. All I know is my intentions, and ultimately they're not of malice. But I can see how people can take this sort of content and be offended and this, that, and the third. I understand it. I'm not one of those guys who says, "Oh, you're a hater if you don't like what I do." It's fair opinion. But when I see wars kick off, whether it's Ukraine, Russia, whether it's Israel and Palestine, the amount of people I see on social media, like regular citizens having their say, and they are just so happy, completely and utterly happy to advocate for a fucking genocide or destroying people. That's one thing I find very distasteful is people who have never experienced real hardship or real war or real struggle, but they're happy to advocate war somewhere else in the world, despite kids getting blown up and shit, despite innocent people getting killed. They're happy to advocate war. But people talking about true crime are like some kind of fucking psychopaths. When you see so many people just advocate for war all over the globe, it's crazy. I think other people have far bigger fucking issues, man. I'll be real. Triple K Mafia, what's up? Big up to Mike Torino. My only message of the stream. What's up, man? Yeah, it's going to hell in a handbasket real quick. Real quick. Thank you, man, Pai Tai. Big up to Dakota Savage, by the way, another long-term supporter. There's also a comet 3 times the size of Mount Everest heading into Earth's direction. Yeah, that'll fuck us badly. I doubt it will hit, but big up to you, AD. Big up to you too. Yo, what's up, Sarah Connell? Thank you very much for the contribution. Very, very kind. Very, very kind. I'm going to be a draft dodger. If a draft does happen, I don't care. It depends on the circumstance, right? Like, if your country's invaded, you should absolutely fight. You have an obligation to. But some foreign war that's like dictated by some rich ass people in wherever who are not going to send their kids, then no, yeah. It depends on what the situation is, right? If you're defending your own in your own land, that's different. You should fight. Thank you, Andreas, man. Thank you. Face reveal when? Maybe at some point, man. You never know. I love the face streams with a mask. Yeah, it's better than just having a blank screen, right? It's better. At least you know I'm a real person. I'm not some AI generated mess. Stacy, what's up? I'll happily go to jail before I take the draft. I think I would rather take the draft, to be honest. I'd rather not go to jail. Big up to Zarpelon, what's up? Yeah, we should be looking at Ecuador, by the way, on Friday. We're looking at Ecuador for the next video. Somewhere a little bit different. No, I live in the UK. I live in the UK. Big up Murder Hornet. What's up, man? I see you on Twitter, man. Big up. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is very true. Because they've seen it, man. They know what combat is. Obviously, war fucks up a lot of people. But yeah, I know a lot of people like that as well, who have been in the services and the forces. And yeah, they're pretty chill. They're pretty chill. First shock video. So Gore video, pure Gore, was Three Guys, One Hammer. First shock video was, I don't really remember, but I'd say it was like Two Girls, One Cup, or One Guy, One Jar, one of those two. You can if you want it, but you don't have to, bro. I'll try and answer as many questions as possible. You don't have to like donate anything, mate. It's the options there if people want to, but I'm not one of these individuals who ask for it. It's up to the individual. As somebody from Michoacan, you are goated, my friend. Best channel. Thank you, Dirty Bubble. Thank you, man. Yeah, it looks like CJNG are looking at they sent Chito Cano back to Michoacan recently to deal with El Miguelades and his crew. So we'll see what happens there. When are we going to see that beautiful face? Not for a long time, bro. Not for a long time. Azaqueno Rosas, what's up? Greetings from Ciudad Juarez. Big up, man. Hopefully you're keeping well. Virginia in the house. Emmanuel, I see you, bro. And thank you, by the way, for the information you sent me. That's going to be very useful for when I do another war crime video. Sir Lee Prod, what's up? Long time no see, Skull Edits. How you doing, man? Yeah, the issue with that case, Native Messiah, that case has literally no answer. That case was so strange. The American family who got massacred in Sonora, right? There's been various theories surrounding that. It doesn't sound like a cartel thing. Targeting an American family living in Mexico, it does something there doesn't add up. That wasn't just a random killing or like a robbery gone wrong. Listen, it's always possible, right? And I don't like to denigrate the dead, but I feel there was far more to that than meets the eye. I believe there was far more to that than meets the eye. Because it was a big story. Because this was before I even had my channel. And I remember reading about it. It was a big story for like a little while, then all of a sudden just vanishes, nowhere to be seen. Weird, very strange. Very strange. That is very weird, Clayton. Yeah, 2 Girls, 1 Cup is no bueno. This guy will also be a star of a video. I hope not, bro. I fucking hope not. No, 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 it's not fresh, bro. That's why I've got the hood up. It's not fresh. I need to get a haircut, man. I need to get a haircut. Got the hood up. Do I have any mental issues from all of these gruesome videos? It's a good question. Certain cases sometimes come back to you, I can't lie. Certain cases do come back to you randomly. But no, nothing like super crazy. But it's like anything, right? It's like if I read about a real messed up story on the news, sometimes that sort of thing comes back to me randomly as well. It's not just videos that I see, just anything messed up sometimes comes back to me. Sorry, my family in Mexico lives in Guanajuato. I wish people cared about the cartel situation like they do with Israel Palestine. My people and family have been oppressed for so long, yeah, and that's just across the border. What's also messed up, man, is like you see our countries. I live in the UK. Many of you guys live in America. When these wars go on, so you look at like in America, for example, right in Hawaii, the wildfires. Um, the citizens of Maui were sent $700 each. $700 each, and 6 billion was accidentally sent to Ukraine. It's crazy. And I'm not saying we shouldn't help other people out. That's not what I'm saying. But like, bro, take care of your own citizens who are in need. It's mad. Richard Lopez, big up to Tijuana. It's mental. How do I feel when I watch Gore videos? Pretty shitty most of the time. They're not nice to watch. They're not nice to watch. The only time I don't really care all that much is when it's like videos like One Guy One Jar or like something like that, when it's just like some complete degenerate, like complete idiot. Things like that I don't really care, but yeah, I think I covered one of those Armenian videos, the um Azerbaijan war against Armenia. Yeah, I covered the video where they beheaded the old man, sorry, and they put his head on I think it was a dead pig or a dead cow, something like, yeah, a dead animal. Yeah, I covered that video. That was messed up. Fabio, what's up, man? Big up to Brazil. Big up to Brazil. Yes, beautiful people here. You know it, man. Hans Orea, big up to the Twitch gang. Salute. By the way, I'm streaming on a new PC, and the Twitch guys really helped me out with it. So yeah, big up to the Twitch gang. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's a shame people can't speak the truth they see with their own eyes. Western media is crazy. I understand why you can't speak on it. Speak on it, YouTube and stuff. Yeah, and it's crazy, right? We always talk about like, oh, China and Russia and these countries who are so they have all this state propaganda, this, that, and the third. We're not too far away. We're not too far away because how many people have been banned for not even stating controversial opinions, like literally stating statistical facts, and they get banned. They get like iced. They get iced by the powers that be. Why is that? If we don't live in like in that sort of state. I bought this mask on Etsy. Etsy. Do you think there's any serial killers in your audience? I hope not. There's probably there's some fucked up people, no doubt, right? But no serial killers. El Menchito, yeah, he's still in the system, right? He's in America right now, I believe. Boars, what's up, Boars? Israel just bombed a Baptist church in Gaza, 1K plus dead. I could say a lot, bro. I could say a lot. Big up to Lebanon. No fear of the cartels, man. No fear. I wouldn't do what I did if I had any fear of cartels, right? It'd be kind of pointless. Patrick, thank you, man. On the Mr. Hands video, the way you say booty hole is hilarious. Yeah. See, that sort of video I could take less seriously. Like, it's fucked up, don't get me wrong. But the guy was just a fucking idiot. I feel more sorry for the horse, to be honest. Do I cover all crime boss news? Not really, bro. I'm more interested in regards to organized crime. I'm interested in South America more than anywhere. South America and Latin America. Yeah, I'll try and do some lives now and again. I don't like to do too many, but yeah. What websites do I use to watch Gore videos? Most of the time, people send me videos. For cartel videos, I have a certain place where I go. But I don't really. I've been on the YNC, like sites like that, but I don't really like look for videos myself these days anymore. I'm good, Max. I'm good. Are you actually, bro? Well, stay safe, man. Don't put yourself in harm's way. Don't put yourself in harm's way, man. It's what I would say, especially if you have like family to look after. Chevy, Ohio. Did you send it to PayPal, bro? I'll check it. I'll take a look in a bit, bro. But thank you if you did, man. Big up to yourself. What draws me to watch Gore? So I kind of grew up in the era where like shock videos they started to become prominent. So the first decade of the 2000s, right? So sites like Ogreish, Best Gore, there was various like different shock sites, things like that. And as kids, mobile phones came out, we could start playing videos and shit. We just dared each other to watch fucked up shit, basically. Just peer pressure. So I think my generation was the first to kind of grow up with that sort of content. And it's always been something I've been aware of. And yeah, it's one of those. Hollywood, what's up? Big up to Hollywood. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Big up to Kiba as well. You can wear the mask, but what is your full name and Addy so I can dox you and exploit your weakness? Have I covered Gore in the UK? No. I've only covered one case in the UK on the last Lost Media video. That was Stephen Griffiths, the crossbow cannibal. Fury or Usyk? I'm picking Fury, but I would like Usyk to win. I prefer Usyk's style. Yeah, bro, Arjun, yeah, the screaming in the background of that video is fucking horrible. And the fact she's still alive, like suffering like that, it's a grim fucking video. It's grim. There's so much like subcontext to that video as well that's just fucked up. And thank you again, Patrick. Thank you again, man. Thank you, Sophia. Yeah, thank you, man. Volkanovski or Islam? See, to me, the first fight could have gone either way, like genuinely. If you gave it to like Islam by a point, fair enough. If you gave it to Volkanovski by a point, fair enough. The rematch, though, like Volkanovski, a couple of weeks' notice, I've got Islam winning on points. Islam Makhachev on points again. Yeah, man. Yeah, censorship is real, but the issue is, bro, Paul, when it comes to censorship, a lot of people only really talk about it when it affects them. When other people are getting banned, they don't really say shit. That's the issue. Whether we like people's ideas or not, like, as long as they're not advocating for violence and things like that, they should be able to say what they say. Their ideas may be ugly, but I believe bad ideas should be exposed, because when you subdue these ideas and when you censor them, all you do is drive them underground, and you're creating more extreme individuals who believe in these things. But if these ideas are exposed and put in the public consciousness, they're going to get torn apart, right? It's when you ban these, it's when you ban speech, is that's when things can become very, very dangerous. And we've seen that throughout human history. People become very angry. Okay, it was a hospital. The emphasis you put on disturbed reality gets me every time. Ecuador, next video. Ecuador, Ecuador, Ecuador. I would love to go to Mexico, dirty bubble. I would love to. Yeah, Sarah Levo. People say about my voice. I wish I could sing though. I wish I could fucking sing. That'd be nice. But I can't sing. Peter! Peter. Nice to see you here, man. Always nice to see Peter. Big supporter. Big supporter, man. Big supporter. How are you guys doing anyway? Enough about me. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? But yeah, guys, one second. I need to do this quick. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Sorry, one sec. I'll do it in a bit. Fuck it. But thank you, Sarah. Yo, what's up, Slime? How you doing, man? Slime Mel, what's up? Which Gore videos would you recommend to someone who's never watched it? I would never recommend a Gore video, honestly. I would never recommend a Gore video. There's none to recommend, right? You don't really get anything out of any Gore videos. The only ones that could have some impact, right, are like maybe like traffic accidents of people driving badly. Like that could actually maybe make somebody drive a little bit safer, right? Things you can actually learn from. But no, I would never recommend anybody watching Gore videos. G-Man! Big up G-Man. One of the best boxing channels around. Big up G-Man every time. How comes nobody's being edgy today? That's a good point. Yeah, Three Guys, One Hammers was the first first video I saw of that kind of ilk. Yeah. Yeah, man, there's not many Mexicans who are living in the UK. I'm in the UK and I get to work with someone at work, sorry, who's from Sinaloa. He said it's crazy. Sicarios just walk around like nothing, even if they're wanted. Yeah, man. Well, the Sinaloa cartel right now is interesting because obviously Chapo's gone down. Ovidio Guzman's gone down. I think there's been a couple of like El Russo members who have gone down recently as well. See, it seems like the law enforcement are focusing on Sinaloa right now, but I don't know. What do you think of El Mencho? I'll tell him your words. Don't worry, bro. I like your videos. Listen, I would like to know if he's actually still alive. Like a 100% answer, is the guy still alive? I think he is personally. But I mean, he is what he is, right? He's a maniacal, psychopathic cartel leader, right? He is what he is. Probably one of the smarter cartel leaders when you compare him to others. I mean, he's been leading what CJNG now since 2010. 13 years later, still a free man, probably a billionaire. Never gets seen, never gets spotted. Nobody really knows anything about him. But people know some stuff about him, but ultimately, what's out there has been out there for a long time. There's been nothing new on El Mencho for a long time. Will my upload schedule be 2 a week? No. When I can, I will do 2 videos, but it's only when I can. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I view society different in the sense that I see people complain about so much asinine shit, stuff that doesn't matter, fake issues, and they act like they're a real big deal when they're not. When in reality, people are out there struggling and really contending with hardship and horrible situations. Yet, people in the West complain about issues that are not real, like microaggressions and things like that, complete and utter nonsense, and they act like victims when there are real victims in the world. Yeah, so yeah, watching those sort of videos kind of it really makes me detest those sort of people even more, to be honest with you. Now the guy who ran Gore basically had like a lawsuit or something like that, and he took the site down. I think he still owns the domain name, but he kind of took it down. I think that's how it worked. Bender Bending Rodriguez. So I've always been interested in true crime in general, like serial killers, things like that, but also organized crime. Then I had the wise idea of like covering videos that I'd seen in regards to like Gore. And it really kind of went on from there, really. It did okay, and here we are. One of those ones, really. There was never no like grand plan or anything like that. There was never no grand plan. Yeah, one bitch, 5 pups. Yeah, that guy, by the way, Adam Britton, the man behind those videos, is now he's pled guilty to various charges, not only animal related charges, but possessing certain material. So he's going to go down for a long, long time, and hopefully he gets dealt with in prison. Scumbag. I knew that guy's name when I first did that video, but I didn't want to put it out there because you never know how court systems work in other countries. Maybe they could say, "Oh, because somebody released this guy's name, it's jeopardized the trial." So I never put the guy's name out there, because somebody, the person who told me about one bitch, 5 pups. The person who told me about it was on Kiwi Farms when that guy got doxxed. Who did it? So yeah. See, Kiwi Farms, it's not the site. It's when people shit on Kiwi Farms. Now, this is going to be a controversial opinion. When people shit on Kiwi Farms, it's not the site; it's the users. There are some actual really good users on Kiwi Farm who just try to expose bad people. But like anything, right? There's some scumbags there. Salute. The party's here. Facts. Makachev on points. Nah, Miss Pac-Man for me was bad, Blake. I can't lie. Yeah, honestly though, bro, that UFC card, is it UFC 294? It's better. It's better now. You've got Khamzat versus Kamaru Usman, which is a good fight. Because I felt Paulo Costa was going to get smoked. I think that guy is so overrated. So Khamzat versus Kamaru Usman, and now you've got Islam versus Volkanovski too. 2 great fights, man. No, I've never had Gator meat, bro. You sound much older than I now suspect you are. Yeah, I'm still not 30, put it that way. I'm not 30, Michael. Oh, no, I couldn't. My home studio. No, I couldn't. With your portfolio, you could get a high-paying job as a senior editor at a global media outlet such as New York Times or Wall Street Journal, specializing in South American crime. Listen, I wish I could, bro, but I couldn't. I couldn't. Yeah, yeah, Keen Mulready Woods, yeah. He got dismembered and yeah, his body got desecrated. Yeah, I've heard of that case. Yeah. There was a video with that as well, but I think there's a couple of videos with that case. But I've heard of that case, yeah. People don't realise abroad, but like there's a lot of gangs in Ireland. Like the gangland scene in Ireland is pretty fucking gnarly. There's some fucked up shit that goes on. Yeah, free Julian Assange. Angry SA Gamer, what's up, man? Thank you very much for the membership. Big up. I never knew England were playing, bro. I don't watch international football, man. Aside from like when it's the World Cup or Euros, I never watch international football. But we're beating Italy, which is good. We are beating Italy, which is good. Peter Kegwin, man, thank you again. Supporting once again. Big up to yourself. And also big up SLR and that British car guy. Would love to hear your thoughts on the SSS Sniper Wolf and Jack's films situation. Personally, I think she's tapped in the head, but peeps be defending her. First and foremost, I don't know who Jack's films is. I know who SS Sniper Wolf is just because I've seen her face on Twitter, but that's as far as I know. I know literally, I know nothing else other than that. So I can't answer that question, bro. But like, if it's a pretty woman, then yeah, there's going to be a certain amount of simps who, like, regardless of what she's done, they're going to support her, right? It is what it is. But I don't know really who they are. I don't know who this Jack guy is, and I barely know who Sniper Wolf is. But yeah, it's one of those ones, bro. Sorry, I can't answer it, man. Sorry, I can't answer it. Yeah, that is a bad video. The Russian brick video, yeah, facts. Yeah, humans are, yeah. I mean, listen, fucking hundreds and, well, thousands of years ago, the Colosseums, right? The Colosseum. Watching crazy ass fights, man versus beast, man versus man. I think people have always had a morbid curiosity when it comes to violence for whatever reason. It seems to be ingrained into us for whatever. I don't know why that is, but it's been a constant throughout history. First Gore video I watched was an Iraqi RPGer getting hit in the knees and face with a sniper. Jesus Christ. I'd rather like nobody. So I don't like, yeah, when it comes to like the mask thing. Oh, is it because I talk about cartels? No. It's more so like I don't know, I just find the idea of somebody in the street knowing who I am when I don't know who they are, I find that weird. And my channel's small enough to where more than likely I probably won't bump into those people. But the fact the risk is out there just weirds me out, to be honest. It weirds me out. It weirds me out. My origins are from Jalisco, and I would obviously like to go, but for obvious reasons, I probably won't. To be honest, though, Jalisco in many ways isn't too bad. Like, well, Guadalajara, anyway. Well, yeah, the state of Jalisco is kind of gnarly at times, but like if you go to like Guadalajara, there's parts of Guadalajara that are pretty safe. Pineapple on pizza, the age-old fucking question. I'll eat it if it's there, but I'll never order it. I would never order it, no. But at the same time, it's not as horrible as people make out. I would eat it if it's the only thing going. I wouldn't go hungry, put it that way. Worst cartel leader of all time? Miguel Trevino Morales, I would say. Miguel Trevino Morales. in my opinion. In my opinion. And he's still in Mexico, right? He's still in prison in Mexico. Still hasn't been extradited for some reason. What's up, OG Sleep? How you doing? Mencho. Yes, sir. That's a great question. Do you think Z40 is attempting to give orders from the penitentiary? Some of these newer cartel paramilitaries remind me of the older Zetas, especially the pickaxe video. Yeah, well, there was a police officer in Mexico, like a like a relatively high up guy who died recently. He was murdered, and allegedly he was threatened by Z40 from behind bars, and he ended up dying. You know, he's still in Mexico, Miguel Trevino Morales. So, you know, he's going to have a lot more scope to operate from behind bars. Obviously, if you're in the USA, you're fucked. You can't do anything. But he's still in Mexico. He's still in the Mexican prison system. He's not been extradited. I would say he still has an element of power. If he does, it more than likely would be within Cartel del Noreste, because that's where loads of his family members, you know, they ran that cartel, and some still do, like his nephews and things like that. So yeah, if Miguel Trevino Morales still has any form of power, I would imagine it would be within Cartel del Noreste. I would imagine. I did do a video on Z40 a while back. Yeah, people overuse the word trauma nowadays. I agree. People overuse a lot of words nowadays, and there's a lot of phrases that now exist that I just don't understand. You know what? You know, one phrase that really winds me up on a bit of a tangent is my truth. What does that even mean? There's only the truth, not your truth, not my truth, just the truth. Well, listen, language is getting obfuscated, man. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, I've been told a lot about the Italian mafia, in particular the Sicilian mafia. Yeah, Toto Rina. Yeah, Jeff from the Mafia History podcast, and yeah, the Mafia History podcast. He was talking to me about a very specific case that is so fucked up. Obviously, wasn't recorded; it was several years ago, but so messed up, man. So messed up. Check out the book, The Executioner's Men. It's got a lot on Commander 40. I've never read that. That's one thing I need to do more of, actually, is read. Honestly, read books. I mean, I read articles all the time, but I mean like actually reading books. Yeah, studying brutal authoritarian regimes had a similar effect on me. Made me realize how precious freedom is, and I have zero patience for whiny first worlders. I feel the same way, bro. I feel like we've lost our way. Too many people complaining. Big up, man. Salute Angry Gamer. Big up. Thank you, man. So no, it's a Guy Fawkes mask. It's a Guy Fawkes mask. It should flash, but like, there you go. My fucking screen is pretty bright, so you can't really see it all that well. Bro, come to Jalisco. We're waiting for you. Watching your videos with a whole cartel. Can you imagine? No, I've never been to a psych ward, bro. I've never been to a psych ward. I've never been to a therapist. I've never taken any medication. Nothing like that. Nothing like that. I think it's, listen, mental health is real. obviously, and people who suffer with mental health should get help. But you know, there's this thing now, like where something goes wrong in somebody's life and they automatically say they have depression and they need help. It's not depression. It's situational. It's situational unhappiness. I feel like a lot of people now are using the depression card to alleviate themselves of responsibility from life. I know that's going to be maybe like an unpopular opinion among some, but it's true. A lot of people just use that as a fucking get out of jail free card. And it kind of takes away from people who are really suffering, because those types of people don't usually talk. But listen, when I always hear some cunt say, "Oh, I'm depressed, I'm this, I'm that," I kind of like, nah, are you? I'll be honest. Or are you just like looking for attention? Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe I'm like a boomer in a young man's body. I don't know. Big up again, by the way. Usman derails the rat lip hype train. Oh, interesting. I'm looking forward to that fight, Alex. I can't lie. Usman versus Chimaev. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Logan Paul versus Nate Diaz. Let's go. By the way, that's another thing. Dylan Dennis, listen. Dylan fucking Dennis. Where do I start? First and foremost, I liked his trolling. I thought his trolling was good. I thought it was fun, etc., etc., etc. But to then put on that type of performance was embarrassing. Utterly embarrassing. He landed like 12 punches through 6 rounds. I know he's not a boxer, but that's embarrassing. And also, I see so many nerds online say about jiu-jitsu this, jiu-jitsu that. My man, he tried to take this guy down in a boxing match. He still failed. This like world level jiu-jitsu guy. Apparently jiu-jitsu's this like fucking crazy great combat sport that never gets beaten and this, that, and the third. Jiu-jitsu is good only in certain situations. Boxing is the most versatile combat sport there's ever been, that ever will be. That simple. And these dorks saying, like Dylan Dennis said this, and I listen, man, as somebody who's boxed, kind of pissed me off. Oh, boxing's half a fight. Well, if boxing's half a fight, what is jiu-jitsu? What is it? Sexual intercourse? What the fuck is jiu-jitsu? Get the fuck out of here, man. Dylan Dennis. Come on, man. Clown. It's not that he lost, it's the way he lost. He should have went out on his shield and threw punches, basically, is what I'm saying. Terrible. Now, I've never visited the USA. Yeah, man, I love a good old booze up. I love a good old booze up. Yeah, there are some mad videos from Ireland, Marco. There are. Yeah, there are. There's a lot of different crime families in Ireland. Obviously, the Kinahans are the main ones that get a lot of like mainstream attention, but there's the Hutches, etc. Yeah, there's a lot of crime families in Ireland. Yeah, I keep on hearing a lot about these magazines. Alarma, they show a lot of images in their magazines, right, from like cartel crime scenes and things like that. You should cover the stories about the cult leader, Adolfo Constanzo. Yep, Adolfo Constanzo, a Cuban American who relocated to Matamoros in Tamaulipas, I believe, started a cult, like a narco cult. And yeah, crazy, crazy story. Yeah, I've read about it. I've read about it. So yeah, that'll come soon. That'll come soon. Oh yeah, of course, man. I watched the Champions League. Of course. Of course. Am I going to show my face one time? I wouldn't promise it, but I'd never say never. It depends, right? If the right opportunity comes up, I will do. But I'm not going to show my face for no reason. It would have to be for something interesting. It would have to be for something interesting. Like a really cool opportunity. I would, yeah. But aside from that, no. Settle it with YouTube boxing. Maybe that could be a good idea, right? YouTube boxing, get me in the ring. Okay, so Sniper Wolf doxed this dude. Okay, I've got no idea what's going on, man. Honestly, you have you have expertise, an excellent means of communicating the situation to a proven audience. Trust me, build a CV around you, your disturbed reality portfolio, and send it off to Politico, etc. It'd be nice. It'd be nice. One thing I thought about in regards to this channel is like if I could use it as a springboard to maybe work with another company to go out and see what's happening first time. That'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. I totally agree, Desmond. I totally agree in regards to the sounds of these Gore videos. No, the Russian brick video is like it's like a tragic accident basically. So there's a Russian family driving down like a highway or a road. A big truck coming in the opposite direction that's loaded with bricks in its bed. One of the bricks comes loose, flies out the truck, smashes through the car windshield, and kills one of the passengers. You don't see any gore, but you hear the reactions. It's like a dash cam footage. You see the brick like smash into the windshield, and then you hear piercing screams from the woman's husband, who witnessed his wife getting killed. It's a fucked up video. Tijuana Cartel. Yeah, at some point. I did mention it in the El Guero Palmer video. I mentioned the Ariano Felix brothers. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I agree. It's the sounds. It's the sounds and realizing what's happened. Yakushima Sunrise. What's up? What's up, man? So Politico allows you to pitch ideas to them. You should pitch an idea based on your disturbed reality portfolio of a weekly column specializing in covering Mexican crime and politics. Big news in the USA are cartels, yeah. But do they send like journalists to different places? Because that's what I would like to do if I could do anything. If I could click a button and make anything happen, that's what I would do. Yeah, I may start a Patreon again, and talk about that there because I can't share my opinions on that on YouTube. I'm going to get banned. Or I could get banned. Put it that way. Have you heard about the Alcázar girls case in Spain? Some dark history there as well as gory details for your channel. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Let me okay, okay, I've put it on my list. Thank you, man. I always like ideas. I always like ideas, especially for like bonus videos. I'm in my late 20s. Willian, I'm in my late 20s. Jalapenos are good on pizza. Pineapple though, nah, not for me. It's okay, I can eat it, but it's not really for me. Yes, yeah, yeah, maybe. I may do one more ISIS video. I may do one more ISIS video. I hear you on the mask. Yeah, my friend who does YouTube also wears a mask for his privacy. Yeah, I don't like the idea of people knowing who I am without me knowing who they are. It's just weird in my mind. It just seems weird. But I'd be willing to give away my anonymous state if it was for something cool. But I'm not just going to give it away for no fucking reason. I'm taking cams at Craig. I'm taking cams at. Taking cams at. Thank you as well, by the way, for the membership. SLR and that British car guy. Thank you, man. Big up to yourself. Top man, top man, top man. Do I know the YLYM Dark Forest shock video? No. What the fuck is that? No idea what that is, mate. That sounds like some trashy fucking like metal band. I'll be honest. I no idea what that is. Yeah, he stopped uploading, right? Last time I checked, he wasn't uploading anymore. Heartsick, but I know who he is. Yeah, good channel. You've probably been asked this question before, but how do you manage to stay mentally healthy with all of these violent videos? Well, I don't watch them. I don't watch them every day for a start. Just you know, I guess mainly I can compartmentalize. But yeah, I mean, listen, sometimes, like I said earlier, sometimes cases come back to you. Sometimes you think about certain, not even the videos as such, but more so you'll think about the video, but then you'll kind of divert in regards to like the actual person and what it meant, what happened, etc. So like Miss Pac-Man is one, Three Guys, One Hammer always used to be one. It's more so videos like that that really kind of stay with you and get to you. Well, for me personally, at least. What's up, El Toro? El Siri's going to get his revenge in hell like a motherfucker. Yeah, that El Siri video was bad. Very bad. Left Avi, Brazil, love you. Thank you, Brazil. Big up to Brazil. Yeah, I don't get it either with My Truth. Yeah, My Truth is a complete nonsense. Anybody who says that, you should probably assume they're lying, by the way. Just saying. Do more lives? Maybe. I've seen one video from Watch People Die where one woman poisoned her husband using insecticide or something, and the guy was trembling, gasping for air, vomiting blood. That sounds fucking terrible. Yeah, I've never heard of that video, but I can imagine that's definitely happened. Red fluorescent. Thank you. Oh no, I've read about Adolfo. Yeah, Adolfo Constanzo. He killed Mark Kilroy, the American student in Tamaulipas. In the 80s, I believe. I believe it was the 80s. And he said, so he killed like loads of people in Mexico. He wasn't Mexican. He was a Cuban immigrant into America. Then he moved to Mexico. But he practiced Palo Mayombe, which is like a voodoo type of like religion, I guess. And he started a cult in Tamaulipas. He got some followers. They sacrificed some people, and then all of a sudden he says, "Oh yeah, I need the brain of an American male student." They kidnap Mark Kilroy. They murder him, and yeah, I've heard of Adolfo. Yeah, Moroccan gang wars. Interesting. I've never heard of like Moroccan gangs, to be honest. No. No cartel. No cartel members have ever tried to contact me. If they did, that'll be interesting. We'd try and get an interview. Yo, man, that fucking video was fucked. Yeah, in the last video I did, the CCTV videos. Yeah, the first case was fucked. Like there was like literally no motive, like zero motive for why he did that. It's crazy. That guy had to have been tapped in the head, like mentally ill. I know that doesn't alleviate what he did, but I can't fathom why somebody would do that. It's crazy, man. It's fucking crazy. Do I think Vice does good journalism when they cover issues in Latin America like violence, like the violence? Yeah, so some of their stuff they've done abroad has been good. They've done some good reporting. But Vice as a whole, they need to go back to what they were. They need to go back to what they were. They've really fell off in recent years. England 3, Italy 1. We'll take it. Thank you, by the way, Morad. Thank you very much, man. Absolute fucking legend. Absolute fucking legend. Honestly, bro, like Reddit, there is so much gore on Reddit. It's unbelievable. And by the way, Twitter now has a lot more gore. Twitter has a lot more gore now. I've heard of old number 7. Yeah, I've heard of old number 7. Played Moff did a video on that. I've heard of old number 7. I've never seen it. No. I would go to Saudi. Saudi looks interesting, man. I would go to Saudi. I would rather go to Saudi or Qatar more so than like Dubai, to be honest. But particularly Saudi. If I were to go to any Middle Eastern country, I would like to go to Saudi. I just feel like there's more history there, and I like to go to Saudi. Yeah, Los Viagras. So Funky Town came out in 2016, and Los Viagras started in about 2015. I want to say. I mean, it's possible, right? A lot of people speculate Funky Town was perpetrated in either Colima, Michoacan, Guerrero, that sort of area. That's what a lot of people speculate. Who knows, though? Funky Town is what it is at this point in time. As bad as it is, we're never going to get an answer for it, unfortunately. We're never going to get an answer for it. It is what it is. I love your voice. Always listen to your videos to fall asleep to. Well, thank you. Big up to yourself, Deal. Thank you for recommending. Yeah, boxing is cool until a beer bottle is broken on your head, then it's a free for all. Yeah, that's the thing about MMA fanboys. Yeah, they'll always say if a street fight blank would lose. Yeah, well, street fights have guns, knives, etc. Yeah, I don't care whether you're John Jones, man. If somebody's got a fucking knife, John Jones is fucked. Like that's what happens on the streets. That's the thing about like a lot of MMA fans, though. A lot of people who practice MMA, they come from that kind of like la-di-da, like middle class community. So most people who go into MMA start with like kind of like Ponzi sports, like wrestling or jiu-jitsu, karate, sports for rich kids. Whereas boxing's a working man sport, it's a working class sport. So these kids who go into MMA, they kind of have this false they don't really know like what happens in real life. Honestly, the best way to handle yourself in the streets is not to get in any trouble. That's the best self-defense. But if you had to learn anything, is I'd say boxing, because boxing can get you out of a bind. You know, a 1-2, then a 100-yard dash. Jorge Masvidal said it himself, who's a fucking MMA fighter. That's the best form of self-defense. Is a 1-2 and a 100-yard bolt. That's it. I think Andrew Tate said something similar. He's done kickboxing, MMA. Says the same thing. Boxing. It is objectively the most versatile combat sport for self-defense. I'm not saying it's not always going to work. No combat sport is. But if you had to learn one, I would recommend boxing. I would recommend boxing. No, and again, that's not to denigrate other combat sports. It's probably come across that way. If you learn any combat sports, it's great. It's great. Apart from like some shit combat sports like Aikido. They're nonsense. Never played Rocket League, never played Minecraft, I can't lie. If I could challenge a YouTuber to a sanctioned fight, who would it be? I wouldn't really challenge anybody. There's nobody I like inherently dislike. I'd fight anyone like who's my weight, who's my experience. If the offer were to come to me, I'd fight anyone. See, that'd be something again that's worth like losing my identity for. Something like that. Just something crazy, something cool. Aside from just like going on a stream one day and taking my mask off. Do you know what I mean? That'd be something cool, something interesting, something different. By the way, there's my Twitter. By the way, if you wanna follow me. What's up, Rain? How you doing? Hopefully you're well. Hopefully you're well. Play San Andreas or Turok on the new PC. Yeah, man, we're gonna play DayZ next Twitch. DayZ definitely again. Yeah, the mask is a Guy Fawkes mask. What's up, JD? By the way, big up to JD. Thank you for the subscription on the last Twitch stream. And big up to Maya. Salute Maya. And thank you for getting in touch as well. Big up to Maya. Thank you very much. And also, you subbed on Twitch as well yesterday, man. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maya. Absolute legend. Absolute legend. Lovely lady. Lovely lady. Lovely lady. Yeah, Dylan Dennis did troll the world. He did. He did. Yeah, bare knuckle boxing is crazy. Those guys are mad fucking tough. Mad fucking tough. Yeah, the capital of Michoacan, Morelia, is a pretty safe and beautiful tourist destination. Yeah, that's the thing about like even like the states where there's a lot of cartel violence. There's pockets within these states that are really safe. Like Acapulco is still pretty safe in Guerrero, for example. Yeah, you definitely shouldn't be put off tourism. If you want to go to Mexico, go to Mexico. There's so many great holiday destinations. You shouldn't be put off by what I talk about at all. Yeah, I want to cover General Butt Naked in regards to African wars. I want to cover General Butt Naked. Some of you guys, I'm sure, know who he is. Have I made a few million yet? Barney, I'm a long way off a million. I'm a long way off, mate. Hence why I'm living in a fucking shitty apartment, bro. I wish, mate. I wish. Leonard Lake tapes, yep. We may incorporate that into a certain video idea I have in mind. Oh, get the vodka. Thank you, man. What do I think of the Israel situation? Listen, one thing that's not been spoken about is prioritizing and reducing innocent lives being lost. I feel like anytime something like this happens, people treat it like it's a sport game. They'll support one side or the other and just will wars to happen. But ultimately, listen, this is always going to happen. It's always going to happen, unfortunately. It's always going to happen. The tensions haven't been alleviated. And here we are. Here we are. There's going to be thousands of innocent lives now bombed to smithereens, destroyed. There's a lot I can say, bro, but there's not much I can say on YouTube. It's that simple. It's that simple. There's not much I can say on YouTube because I don't really have like the same opinion as I guess the layman, the average person on that situation. And I'd rather not risk getting fucking banned, to be honest with you. But it's messed up, man. Listen, again, I hope like a resolution can be or a ceasefire can happen, but it's not going to. It's not going to. Unfortunately, it's fucked up. It really is fucked up. Yeah, there's a lot of journalists who get killed in Mexico, but mainly they target Mexican journos, and they mainly target local journalists. So they will target like the guy who's working for the local newspaper in a small town in Michoacan, for example, or Guerrero, etc. They target those sort of guys in particular, and those guys, by the way, who work for those newspapers who are just trying to get the stories out there, who talk about these cartels, are so fucking brave, because these guys are not getting paid like a shitload of money working for a small local paper in a Mexican town in like rural Michoacan or Guerrero, Colima, wherever. These guys are not getting paid a lot of money, and they're really putting their lives at risk. It's crazy. Okay, so YLYM is like an animal. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. If I were to cover those sort of videos again, like I only covered one bitch nine pups. If I were to cover something like that again, I would rather get a transcript from somebody who's watched the videos. I'd rather not watch them, to be honest. I'd rather not watch them. Big up to Memphis. Yeah, Miss Tac. I always say that as well. Miss Tackman to me is one of the worst. Never seen traces of death. Mike Torino always coming in with like the random comments. Yeah, bro, my home studio, I'll be honest, yeah. One of the issues I have with journalism now is I feel like a lot of these individuals are ideologically captured. And it's not, so many pieces now are editorialized. And it just feels like you're reading propaganda each and every time. That's my issue with like mainstream journalists now. Yeah, yeah. I read about that after the fact, after I made the LREX video. Yeah, you're right. It's fucked up. Yeah. Nah, it's just a different camera angle. Sintaz, just a different camera angle. Thank you, Andreas, man. Be careful if you try to interview cartels. I mean, listen, it is what it is. No, I don't. No. Yeah, exactly, bro. Again, what I was saying earlier, editorialized to shit. It feels like you're being lectured and like brainwashed more so than being educated. I'm not interested in that sort of thing. I want to learn. I don't want to be lectured to when I read about news or current events. There's been attacks in Brussels. I've not heard about that, mate. I've not heard about it. Yes, sir, Robert. Big up to yourself. Yeah, Junko Ferrata. Yeah, that case is terrible. Also, the Hello Kitty murder is another one. There's been a few bad cases from like Asia, from like Japan, South Korea, etc. Have you seen the No Te Duermas Morena Zeta's Gore video? Don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I'll Google it. Yeah, I have seen it. Yeah, I've covered it. Yeah. I think that was the old school Zetas. I think that was the old school Zetas who did that. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that's a fair point when it comes to boxing, Ilias. Yeah, boxing politics is bad. Yeah, exactly. Once a knife gets introduced to a street fight, no amount of MMA will protect you. Yeah, but that's the same for any combat sport. I get it, but that's one bad thing about MMA though. It gives people this like, it makes people feel they're invincible when they're not. It gives people a false sense of security when they learn it. Erica Martinez, what's up? How you doing? Jane, what's up, Jane? Yeah, I earn a little bit with YouTube, but most of my videos get demonetized, or like, and a lot have been like age restricted as well. So a little bit, I earn a little bit, but yeah, nothing crazy. It's not like I'm earning YouTube money, like like famous YouTube. I'm not earning YouTube money like that, as you can see. As you can see, I don't know who Jay Ellis is. I've not seen him. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Rocket League, bro, but I've never played it. What's up, Joshua? How you doing, man? How are you keeping, my boy? How you keeping? How you doing, son? Fight MMA. Look, bro, I love MMA Guru stuff. He is such a great fucking channel. He is such a great fucking channel. And thank you again, Maya. You absolute legend. Absolute legend. By the way, guys, my Twitch is here. I've got a new PC now, so I can play better games. You're not going to be stuck watching Left 4 Dead. So follow me on Twitch. We have a laugh there. We have some good old times. We have some good old times on Twitch. See, again, that's what I was talking about, Ahmed. It's just like, and people support it, though. People support it. People support it. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's fucked up. It really is fucked up. But again, what cartel do I think is the most dangerous, aside from the government? If we're talking about Mexico, um, it's hard to say, right? Honestly, I would say the smaller cartels are more likely to greatly affect the civilian population where they're operating. So, like Guerrero's Unidos, for example, gang like cartels like that, like the micro cartels, the smaller cartels, they're the really dangerous ones in regards to civilians. Obviously, all cartels they all perform extortion, things like that. But the smaller cartels rely on extortion more because they don't have like the drug corridors of CJNG or the Sinaloa cartel. So the smaller gangs are more reliant on fucking with civilians, more so than like the bigger cartels. So honestly, the right answer is more than likely like just the smaller cartels in general, more so than CJNG and Sinaloa. That's not to say those cartels aren't dangerous, because they obviously are, right? But when it comes to affecting innocent civilians, I'd probably say the smaller cartels in general are more risky for the average like civilian. From what I've been told from people in Mexico, from what I've read. And thank you again, by the way, get the vodka. Yeah, bare knuckle boxing is fine. Why ban it? Why ban it? Ryan, what's up? Ryan Marrero, big up to yourself. Yeah, but I wonder, like, they're trying to negotiate for the hostages in Gaza, right? Um, Maybe that could lead to a ceasefire or something. I don't know. The less innocent kids and women who get blown up, the better. The less innocent people who get blown up, the better, as far as I'm concerned. But I don't know what the answer is there. In all seriousness, like, I don't. We can say, oh, this has to happen, that has to happen, but they're not realistic situations. They're not realistic solutions. I'm not sure how that is ever resolved personally, but yeah. What is weird is like Western countries like the UK, like USA. We shouldn't send aid to a first world country like Israel. They're not being invaded. They're not. You know what I'm saying? Why should we send aid to Israel? They're apparently this first world country who have like this great military, this, that, and the third. Like, fuck that. We got our own problems in this country to sort out. We've got our own fucking like veterans on the streets who are like destitute because they got sent to a war that was fucking bullshit in the first place, and yet we're now sending aid to this country, that country, and the other. Um, Unbelievable. Would I ever move country? Yeah, I'd like to go to America. I think that would be the safest bet, right? Is to go to America. Yeah, it's crazy how censored YouTube's got. Yeah. See, I wish I could talk. I wish I could share with you guys, but like, I could, but like, I'd get banned, and that's like low IQ, right? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Hence why I may start a Patreon. The British government is back, and also Rumble, and also Rumble. Thank you, Butthead. Thank you. Yeah, the Rwandan genocide was. You know how many machetes were purchased before the Rwandan genocide? It's mad, honestly, bro. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. See, I'd like to do more like conspiratorial stuff, like about like Israel Contra, things like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch the UFC. I'll watch the UFC. I've got Islam Makhachev beating Alex Volkanovski on points. Khamzat Chimaev versus Kamaru Usman. I'm not sure about that. I think Khamzat on points against Kamaru. I think Kamaru is like too experienced to get stopped. But I'm not sure. Is Chimaev versus Usman a 5 round fight or a 3 round fight? Definitely not pre-recorded. Butthead. No, I'm not a sport cards guy. I'm not a sports cards guy. Radzi, man, big up. Glad to see you here. Yeah, Ghost Rider. Yeah, the screams in Ghost Rider. No, they're not even screams, man. It's like animalistic groan. I can't explain it. It's fucking horrible. Yeah, Ghost Rider's a bad video. Do I think the LOL Superman video is real? It's possible. There's been like various freedom of information requests, to like the FBI and whatnot to try and get the video or confirm whether it's real or not. The FBI never confirmed nor denied its existence. So who knows? Who knows? Hello, I'm from the Tarambaro state of Michoacan. Big up to yourself, Ferrari. Yeah, it's not that I'm not answering. I get behind. I'm like 10 minutes behind all time at all times. Yes, definitely. See, that could be a different take on a war crime video, like not necessarily covering like gore videos, but just like war crimes in general. That could be a good idea. Thank you, Jao. What's up, Zim? Zim Trimaz, how you doing, man? What's my greatest fear? I don't really know, to be honest. I guess dying without leaving a mark. Let's say that. Yeah, dying without leaving a mark. What that mark is, I don't know. But yeah, dying without leaving a mark. No, I haven't, Greg. Have you seen on YouTube Executions 1999, sorry, 1995 Part 6? No, I haven't. But there is gore on YouTube. Okay, no, I haven't heard of this. So, two Sweden fans got killed going to football last night by a guy who claimed it was retaliation. I think it was because they were burning Korans in Sweden. Yeah, I mean, just lock that guy up. Rest of his life, lock him up. Simple. Simple as that. These sort of crimes have to be deterred. There's no like in Europe at least, in many European countries, there's no deterrent. Have you seen the news recently, bruh? It's going crazy, man. Wars here, there, and everywhere. Bombings and shit, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, 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 yeah. I've seen some bits, yeah, like Freddie Mercury's last days. Yeah, he was just wasted away, completely wasted away. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? What's up, Mohammed? Big up to Afghanistan, by the way. Yeah, the new PC is going pretty well. Thank you, Aisling. Thank you very much. Any Gore videos coming out of Mali? I once saw a video of a guy entering a house full of dead Africans in a desert-looking place, and I think it might have been from Mali. Yeah, there's a lot of videos from Africa. What I've noticed is from Africa, a lot of these videos tend to be like mob justice type videos. Like they many of those sort of videos from Africa tend to be those sort of cases for some reason. But there's a lot so the burning tire thing's a big one in many African videos, and they're really, really disturbing. Like really, they're fucked up, man. It's such a slow way to die. Like the melting, yeah, it's horrible. The fumes of like the burning tire plus the like rubber melting onto you, bro, it's horrible. It's fucking crazy. Favorite horror film? The Thing, 1982. Yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing. Great movie. Great movie. What's up, Aldo? How you doing? Oh my god. What's up, Cairo? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. No, I haven't. By the way, native Messiah. Have you heard of the Mexican rapper called QBA who became a pozolero for the cartel and turned himself in? No, I haven't. What's it? QBA. QBA. No, I've never even heard of this case. I'll take a look at that. That's interesting. I'll take a look at it. Oh, so what's up, man? Yeah, a lot of people, man, it's crazy how willing people are to cheer on war. It's crazy. It really is. Yeah, that's what annoys me about this country, Sarah Lee Connell. Cases like that perfectly highlight how inept our judicial system is. Um, it truly does. Like so, yeah. John Venables has had so many new identities since being released, and he's been in prison multiple times since he came out originally for like horrible crimes, possession of CP, things like that. It's clear to me John Venables is still a danger. He's still a danger to society, and every time they release him, they are putting society at risk. He should be in prison, and he should never ever see the light of day again. He's a fucking animal, that guy. Um, Simple as that. Robert Thompson's he's totally gone. He's vanished. But honestly, I don't care how old they were when they killed Jamie Bolger. They should have never been released, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. But particularly John Venables. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, Aaron. Maybe one day. Yeah, regardless, I know they were young when they killed James Bolger, but there's certain things, man, bro. Just lock these guys up forever. And listen, John Venables has proven he's not fit to be released anyway. John Venables has proven he's a danger, still is a danger, always will be a danger. And every time he's released, who knows what could happen? Guy should be put in the fucking cage like the animal, like the animal he is. I don't really know much about him, Roger Waters. To be honest, I don't really know much about him. I like a couple of their songs. Do I believe in the Illuminati? Not in the way it's framed, no. I believe there's global cabals and things like that, yeah, but like not the Illuminati as it's framed, no. That's probably a psyop, honestly. Probably a psyop. No, I've never seen Faces of Gore, no. Or Faces of Death or Traces of Death. Never seen any of them. Yeah, like Lockheed Martin, Boeing, Raytheon, etc. Yeah, these guys are caking right now. These guys, the last couple of years, man, these guys have done so well. Yeah, 1444. Yeah, 1444 is a messed up video. I actually heard, like, I researched that case after as well, after I did the video, and I mentioned it in my video, but I found a screenshot where apparently it was him in like a DM setting type of thing on some social media platform. I think it was VK. And I think it actually might have been the fact he was ill. He had like some heart defect and he couldn't get the medication, something like that. Because I saw some screenshot where apparently it was him and it was translated. And yeah, it was him basically stating that he couldn't get the medication and things like that. But I need to re-find that screenshot. But yeah, it's a horrible, horrible case. Horrible case. Yeah, neighbors killing neighbors, and it's an interesting case study. It doesn't really take much to get the average normie to turn on their fellow man. Hate to go back. I hate to go back to COVID, but it's a microcosm of greater evils. So when lockdowns were a thing in the UK, Things like multiple gatherings weren't allowed, so house parties, things like that weren't allowed. But you had neighbors, like people would still do it, obviously, and you would then have neighbors grasp their other neighbors in because they're having a house party. This is the same archetype who were in Nazi Germany, who grassed up like Anne Frank and shit like that. That's the same archetype. Absolute scum, in my opinion. It doesn't take much to get the average person to turn against each other. In any society, I don't care how fucking well off we think we are. It really doesn't. You see how politicized the world is now. So beforehand, I've known about obviously the Rwandan genocide for a long, long time. And beforehand, I couldn't get my head around it. Like we learned about that as kids at school. And I couldn't get my head around it why people would do that to each other. But the older I've got and the more I've seen in media and how politicized the world's become and how just polarized the world's become, I can see how something like that happens. It really doesn't take much to get the average person to turn on each other. It really doesn't. Which is unfortunate. Nah. YouTube's not a mark. YouTube's not a mark. What's my religion? So I believe in God. So I'm going to have a cigarette, my bad. It's not very professional, I know. But needs must. But I listen, I believe in God, but I don't follow any organized religion. I plan on reading the Bible again, because I've not read it in since I was a kid. I plan on reading the Quran, just to broaden my horizons, to read, just to learn the scripture. But more than likely, I'll never follow an organized religion. Yeah, the war in Yemen, almost going on for nearly 10 years, and seeing over 500,000 killed. And this is what makes me laugh. Not laugh, obviously, but it just makes you realize how full of shit our governments are. So we deal with Saudi UK, I mean, we deal with Saudi Arabia in regards to arms and things like that, weaponry. They're then using those weapons in Yemen, destroying people, and then we virtue signal about Ukraine and Israel. Yet we're funding another state who are engaging in brutal acts against Yemen. It's crazy. Disturbed reality. Bro, I wish I had some Riz. My Riz has gone out of a fucking... I need to practice, mate. I need to practice. Yeah, Mexican serial killers could be interesting. For some reason, I'm really fascinated by Soviet serial killers. I will put the camera back on, by the way. I'm just having a smoke. Interesting point. I know you mainly cover cartels and such. I wondered if you've seen any coverage of Africa's witch children. Some of the documentaries are old now, but practices still go on. I wanted to cover witchcraft in general. And I could tie it into the sort of content I do, because there's a few videos online of so-called witchcraft practitioners being punished in Africa. So I was toying with the idea of having a look at witchcraft as a topic. I don't know about the situation. Shabalo, what's up? Yeah, that was Mark Kilroy. He was killed by Adolfo Constanzo and his crew. And yeah, Adolfo Constanzo wasn't actually Mexican. He was Cuban. I'm good, man. How are you doing? Yeah, people love war only when they're not the ones fighting in them. Yeah, exactly. I just find something very distasteful in people championing it when they're living nowhere near the areas, man. It's fucking crazy. It's like Jordan Peterson. I've lost so much respect for that guy. So much respect for him. I've lost so much. I don't have any respect for that guy anymore. Him beating the drum like dick sucking Benjamin Netanyahu. Give him hell, Benjamin. Disgraceful. And especially a guy like him who cries at every single opportunity. Every little bit of fucking anxiety, cries like a little pussy. And this guy's then advocating for war, blowing innocent kids up. That guy's a fucking disgrace. I don't care who likes him. He's a disgrace. He's sold out major. When that guy had his little when that guy, I swear that guy came out different after his little benzo fucking episode. Because he was offering great advice. He was just a psychologist. Then he started delving into like geopolitics and he lost his way. He lost his way. He is what he is now, Jordan Peterson. He is what he is. Yeah, we may cover that case actually, the Lee Rigby case. We may cover it, but yeah, I'll always remember the interview with Michael, I forget his second name, but one of the killers, when he had the meat cleaver in his hand and he was like giving the interview to the news reporter. It's crazy. I agree, Aussie Wolfhound. I totally agree. But you know, that's what England is. They will protect people like him, but hardworking citizens who may not pay quite enough tax, they're going to throw the book at those people. Unbelievable. Yeah, farts are worse than burps. Yeah, I've heard of the Peso Pluma case, yeah. Yeah, I know, man, I know. Yeah, facts, and that's what I think anybody, that's the viewpoint anybody should take. And I understand it's not kumbaya and let's gather around a campfire. I understand things are more complicated than that. But that should be like the average person's concern more than anything, I would say. Probably not, bro. Probably not. We may do a bonus video, but not like anything special. Yeah, you can still do loads of that sort of stuff. Sorry, there's still loads of those sort of videos online on YouTube, like Ronnie McNutt, Gleb Koroblov. Yeah, but loads of those videos are online on YouTube. Like some are like pretty much uncensored, but they're edited. They got some fancy editing on them, but they're on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. Same with 1444. Same with 1444. Disgraceful. What's up? What's up, Jay, man? By the way, Jay's got a great channel. He does content similar to mine. He covers all sorts like mixtapes, individual videos, things like that. Check him out. Really good channel. Really good dude as well. That's an interesting take, my brother. That's an interesting take. I think it was at the UN. Benjamin Netanyahu was this was only a couple of weeks ago as well, and he like gave the gave his great idea of like the new Middle East, and Israel was just Israel. There was no Palestine on the map. It's there you go. What's up, Hassan? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, bro. Facts. UK sick. Yeah. Will I still play Left 4 Dead on the new PC? Not for a long time, bro. We need a break from Left 4 Dead. We need a break from Left 4 Dead. No, I haven't. Have I? I'm sure I could. No, I think I may have covered one video from Afghanistan on the first mob justice video. It was a stoning video. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Rain. Yeah, and there's loads of other different there's loads of other different various edits of that video on YouTube. Yep, that's true. Smoke them if you've got them, facts. No, I don't really know where to start in regards to North Korea, mate, to tell you the truth. Benson and Hedges, bro. I'm a fucking working class man. Sorry, working class man. Benson and the Hedges, yeah, the cheapest ones. Yeah, I want to visit my dad's homeland in Michoacan, Mexico, deep in the mountains. It's got no government at all. It's all cartel. You see nothing but sicarios. It's crazy, really. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, the ISIS video. Yeah, that was the beach video. Yeah. Favorite Elton John song? Fucking hell. Tiny Dancer. There you go. I mean, listen. Who signs his checks? Who signs his checks? Follow the money. Follow the money. Yeah, Mark Kilroy. Yeah, he's the story my neighbor told me about, because her daughter was actually there when it happened, but she stayed at the resort along with others, unlike Mark. Yeah. Can I say my intro? Welcome back to Disturbed Reality. I can't really say it in the mask. It's kind of weird. Yep, Australia gives more rights to offenders than victims most of the time too. Yeah, same as the UK. Same as the UK. And yet, like, I think it was in 2021 in the UK, you had 3,000 people get arrested for tweets they made or social media posts they made. Unbelievable. 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 It really is. Now, it's cool. It's actually pretty cool. We have some based people in the chat. I'm looking at the comments. Don't think I don't see them. I see them. I just can't read some out. Thank you, Jess. Do I listen to 911 and 999 calls on YouTube? No, I don't. I've only listened to the Travis the Chimp phone call, which is fucking harrowing. The fucking chimpanzee screaming in the background while her friend is getting mauled. That's a horrible phone call. If you've listened to that, the Travis the Chimp case, you hear that chimp just fucking going ham and like crazy in the background. It's fucking terrifying. That may be the most terrifying thing in the world, being mauled by a chimp. So she never died. The lady who got attacked by the chimp, she never died, but she basically lost her face. I think she lost her eyesight. She lost her fingers. Bro, chimpanzees are fucking crazy. No, I've not covered it. No, I've not covered it, but I know about it. I know about it. Thoughts on Pizzagate? I think it's a psyop or like misdirection. to be honest. I think it's misdirection. Do I believe in the Turge? No. No. Yeah, I watch OG Shadow. Will I ever collab with other YouTubers that cover the same type of content? Yeah. Listen, I find it hard to commit because I work full time outside of YouTube. I've got like social shit to deal with. I've got personal life to deal with. It's just really hard for me to collab with people. I think the best way for me to do that would be like to do live chats with people, like maybe like in a little podcast type setting, something like that. I don't know. It's cheaper than a lot, man. They're cheaper than a lot of cigarettes. Bit of Tiny Dancer, Celestial Penguin. I like that name. Yeah, I do roll my own fags most of the time. I do. Yeah. Tours. Favorite martial art expert or boxer. So boxing, I like Naoya Inoue. So if we're talking about active fighters, I like Naoya Inoue, Alexander Usyk, Artur Beterbiev, Subriel Matias. When it comes to MMA, I like Khamzat Chimaev, John Jones. All time in regards to boxing, James Toney is my all-time favorite fighter. Yeah, El Mencho's alive, I think. Yeah, I think he's alive. Big up. It's a great question. I would still say maybe Three Guys, One Hammer because I saw that shit like really young, like pretty young, like maybe 14 years old, however old I was. And yeah, that kind of fucked me up for a little while. Probably Three Guys, One Hammer, especially considering the time I watched it. Well, what is there's that age-old saying, right? You know who rules over you that when it comes to those who you can't criticize. I don't know, man. The whole Pizzagate thing is weird to me, man. I don't know. I don't know. I think elements of Pizzagate was a psyop. So, for example, things like Frazzle Drip is a good example. That's complete nonsense. That's complete nonsense. I think something like Frazzle Drip is a psyop. Yeah, it kind of discredits people who are looking for the truth. People who run with that are like just discrediting people who are looking like for the answers, basically. And when you get people who purport those sort of stories and say things like Frazzle Drip is real, it then kind of it makes everyone look bad who's wanting answers, kind of thing, if that makes sense. But Pizzagate, man, honestly, it's been such a long time since I've looked into it. I don't know, to tell you the truth, but yeah, many elements of it I think are psyop. I don't know what would possess somebody to own a chimp. I've got no fucking idea. I've got no fucking idea. Military histories, big up to yourself. Yeah, it's quite old now. It's quite old, but it's still it's Tommy Hilfiger, isn't it? So got to rock it sometimes. Tyson Fury, he'll dominate that fight. He'll dominate that fight. He'll play with Francis. He'll play with him. Shout out to Sean Ranklin. Shout out to Sean Ranklin. Shout out to Breaking Banquet. Shout out to Wings Tings. Who else is there? Lummox. Bro, I love that Wings of Redemption lore. I do love it. I can't lie. Who else is there? There's Wings Tings, or there was Wings Tings. Sean Ranklin. Breaking Banquet. Madness. A bit random, but what do you think about gambling? Do you think it can be an addiction like drugs or alcohol, being powerless to stop? Yeah, I think so, no doubt. No doubt. I'll be honest, it's the addiction I understand the least. Like, I don't like losing money. I just can't understand how my brain can't rationalize gambling addiction. Like how somebody could be addicted to losing money. But yeah, I mean, it's real. Enough people suffer with it. It's the weirdest one, though. For me, I just can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around it. I guess it's that thing, though. You lose money, you chase it, you lose it, you win some back. You then say, oh, do you know what? And it's like vice. Yeah, I can understand it, I guess. But I don't know. I just don't like losing money. So I don't like spending money. It's one of those ones. Yeah, I like Cold Raven. Cold Raven's a really good dude. Cold Raven's a really, really good dude. Really nice guy. Yeah, exactly. Thoughts on the 40 beheaded babies claim? Yeah, didn't that get proven as like nonsense? And that's what you have to be very careful with what you read on social media. Bear in mind, in the Cold War time, they was talking about the Cuban cannibals who ate babies and things like that. Never existed, wasn't real. The first Iraq War, babies in Kuwait being taken off incubators, never happened, wasn't real. Weapons of mass destruction weren't real. You have to be very careful with what you read on socials and, well, the news in general, right? You have to be very careful. I'm glad you're not bald and actually have hair. That's a random thing to say. Oh, we're fucked, David. We are fucked. Manchester United are fucked. We're done out here. We're done. We're done. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any Spanish music or anything like that, but yeah, Hombres G. I forgot what the song's called, but I like some Spanish music. Yeah. Yeah, you could be right, Mr. Potato. You could be right. I mean, the emails. I heard another theory that they was in relation to drug trafficking, by the way. But who knows? Wings 007, yes, sir. Wings 007. There's a lot of Wings fans in the chat. Or Wings lore fans, at least. Does my mum ever let me turn on that electric fire behind you? It's not even plugged. It's gas. It's not even plugged in. Nice. I always say your intro in your accent over and over in my car. Yeah, UK. I'm a UK guy. Great Britain. That's a hard one. That's a question. Sacrifice 3 people who are currently alive and bring back 3 who have deceased. Who are you picking? That's a great question. That's a question I need to think about, bro. That's a fucking tough one. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's true as well. Gambling, it's the huge dopamine hit on a big win that people chase. Yeah. Plus, I guess it is. I would say, yeah, you're right. You're probably right in regards to it being fueled by the dopamine and the chase for that big thriller gain. But also, I guess people try to chase their losses, so they'll lose like a few £100, and they'll try and chase it and make it back, and they'll lose more, and then yeah. Honestly, if I would visit as many coastal areas as possible. Maybe go up north, go to Yorkshire in the countryside. I would avoid big cities. I would avoid big cities, to be honest. I don't think big cities in this country are great. I don't see like the appeal in London, for example. It's good for a day, but like, yeah, I would visit the rural areas, the beaches, the coastal towns, and things like that. Yeah, I'm shocked that with all of the war there aren't many videos from Afghanistan. Honestly, horrible things have happened, but may not be filmed. Yeah, yeah, that is true. Like, it's not really a hotbed for that sort of content, but I know there are videos out there. But yeah, there's not like a boatload of videos from Afghanistan, which is you're right, it is surprising. Conspiracy music, salute. Hopefully you're well, man. No, I've not heard about this SS Sniper Wolf thing. But if that fucking part is true, yeah, fucking get her the fuck off the internet. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, El Chapo was what he was, man. Like, he was the highest profile narco in Mexico, and he was expendable. He was expendable. He was a celebrity narco, big name. Everybody knew who he was, and it gave the public the impression that they were actually having success on the war. The war on drugs. It's just really a big show trial. Really, nothing's changed. Drugs are still moving across the border in a rapid rate. In fact, after El Chapo got sent down, overdose rates increased. It was just a show trial to appease like the masses. That's what the El Chapo thing was about. Him being in or out made no difference. It made no difference. It was just a show trial. And yeah, there's that as well. Ismail Zambada, El Mayo, yeah. Again, he was also extreme. Well, he is still extremely powerful within the Sinaloa cartel. So yeah. See you later, Sarah. Made the mistake of eating Taco Bell. Should have cut out the middleman and just threw it in the toilet. Uh, yeah, I think he would have been decent. Yeah, he would have been a contender, not a champion, but a contender. Yeah, I've watched his fights before he got injured. Yeah, I'm a big boxing fan. He was on PBC. Yeah, he was with Al Heyman. Yeah, decent fighter. Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican. What's your thoughts on that YouTuber GDF? I don't know who that is. Don't know who that is. What Gore video victim do you think deserved it the most, Darwin Award wise, or just being an asshole? Oh, definitely the one guy, one horse guy, without a doubt. Whitby is interesting and beautiful in response to Radzi. Hellfire Caves in Warwickshire, Highgate Cemetery in London, Edinburgh Castle, Greyfriars Cemetery, the underground streets. There's way more, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of places to see. Hey, Disturbed, do you think long distance relationships work? I've got somebody in the UK and I've gone twice this year. How's life for the average British citizen? I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask. I don't like the way this country's going politically, personally. We've got the usual issues like inflation, things like that. But I don't like the way this country's going politically, personally. I think, there's a lot I don't like about this country. As for long distance relationships, I've never been in one, so I can't answer that. I don't think it would work for me, but like, you know, different strokes for different folks, right? Just because it may not work for me doesn't mean it may not work for you. So yeah, if you're happy, just keep on pursuing it. Keep on pursuing it. Don't let me put you off or what city would you visit in the US? I would visit the state of Texas, state of Florida, and they're the two I really want to go to in terms of states. Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah. Yeah, you were shocked by the 31,000 homicides in Mexico, but they're not homicides. They resemble casualties in a war. Mexican cartels have surpassed typical gang behavior and formed their own armies. You're pretty much spot on. Yeah, you're pretty much spot on. Yeah, facts. I am. Yeah, facts. And there's that as well. Yeah, there's that as well. Squids. Yeah, these guys are allowed to operate to a certain degree. Do you know what I mean? Thank you, Burns. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Yeah, the chimp video's fucked, man. The phone call is fucked up. Yeah, Billy Collins Jr. against was it Louis Resto he fought? And yeah, he took the padding out of his gloves. Billy Collins' opponent, he took the padding out of his gloves and pounded him. Billy Collins then partially lost his sight. He lost his boxing career, and then he killed himself. Yeah, because that guy cheated. Yeah, it's fucked up. It's messed up. Thank you, Azuma. Thank you, man. What perfume do I like? I don't wear perfume. I don't know. I don't know. I bought this chick I was seeing once. It's like a Paco Rabanne perfume for women. It's like in like a gold fucking box, and I bought that for her birthday or something. And that shit smelled good. I can't lie. But I'm not a perfume guy, as you can see. I'm not a perfume guy. But in terms of aftershave, I like a bit of Hugo Boss. I like a bit of Hugo Boss. I don't know. Texas to me just seems pretty chill. Seems pretty chill. Yeah, more than likely disturbing academic. More than likely. We got a good little start on that server. So yeah. By the way, my Twitch is here. By the way, guys, I've linked it in the chat. I've been fishing like a couple of times. I don't really have the patience for it. I could fish if I was with friends and we had some beer and like barbecue. I could fish then. I could do it then. Exactly, Andrew. Yeah, CIA get away with drug selling as it is used to fund their war gains. Yeah, exactly. It's black budget, right? It's black budget. That's what many people speculate Afghanistan was about. It was never to combat terrorism and all that shit and combat the Taliban. It was to control the heroin trade. That's what many people speculate. Tyson Fury dominates Francis. Francis, obviously, a good MMA fighter, but he's not a boxer. He's not a boxer. Yeah, it's quite rare now, American Cynic. It's not easy to find. It's not easy to find the Daniel Pearl video. Yeah, Hugo is good. Yeah, Hugo is good. But I'm not that sort of. I don't listen. I could wear anything, mate. Honestly, I'm not a fussy guy in regards to that sort of thing. I'm not a fussy guy. Maybe there's that. I don't mind nature. I'd rather just go for a hike than like go fishing. I'd rather go for a hike, to be honest. Yeah, Puerto Rico looks nice. Puerto Rico looks nice. Yeah, exactly, PJ. Yeah, there's a theory that the CIA kept the Vietnam War going to make money from the Golden Triangle drug trade, and later the same thing in Afghanistan with the Golden Crescent. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah. I've got the silver plaque button. Yeah, it's a silver one at 100K silver. Scariest animal encounter I've ever had. I got chased by a pit bull when I was like 14. That's about it. That's really about it. I got chased by a pit bull that escaped somebody's yard when I was about 14, 13, 14, something like that. But that's really it. Yeah, Afghan also has a lot of mineral wealth. I think they have gold there as well and shit like that. Yeah, Afghan has resources. Yeah, Afghanistan has resources. There's no doubt. By the way, lads, if you could smash the like, guys and girls, it'd be much appreciated. Sorry, one sec. Okay, sorry about that. If a cartel reached out for an interview, would you do it? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. What's up, Pete? How you doing? Did the pit bull bite my butt? No, it didn't. I got away from it. I got away from it. Yes, definitely. Yeah, UK drill related killings. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. That's an interesting topic. Because UK drill is kind of wild. I can't lie. It's kind of wild. It's more wild than you'd think it is. Some of those songs are fucking disrespectful as hell. I can't lie. But definitely, Dirty Troll. Definitely. How do you think you'd fare in prison? Hard question. Do you think you'd be comfortable in there? It's one of those things, right? You wouldn't know till you go. I'd have to fucking talk my way out of a lot of shit, I think. Be good with my words. I can see your face. To be honest, Errol, I've not really I'm not familiar with that with their plight, so I don't know what the situation is. I can't really comment. Yeah, I've done one video on freak accidents, yeah. Or two videos, maybe. But I could do another one. No, never been to prison. A wolf. A wolf nearly snuck up on you when he was working in Michigan. Bro, that's crazy. A wolf, man. Like, you'd be fucking toast if that shit goes for you. You'd be fucking toast. That's crazy, man. I swear wolves are really jumpy, though, so they're not likely to attack humans. I think they're really jumpy and shit. They're like really. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen photos from over there of US military inside whole containers full of gold. Would love to know how much they took out during the war on terror. Yeah, it's a great point. It's a great point. El Siri's final words were "Te amo, mama." That translates to "I love you, mum." Yeah, that video is fucking horrible as well. Nobody talks about that case though when it comes to cartel videos. I always fail to mention it, but yeah, the El Siri video is bad, really bad. Los Viagras. Yeah, listen, man, drill music isn't good for society, but I can't lie. Like if I'm in the boxing gym, whatever, it is kind of hype to listen to. It is kind of hype to listen to. Yeah, definitely at some point, Andre. Definitely at some point. There's one case in particular from Russia that I was reading about that kind of took my interest. I'll tell you what it was. Um, what was it called? Okay, uh, the Danilovsky maniac. Yeah, Danilovsky maniac, um, who was a serial killer who never got apprehended, who just went missing one time. Like he stopped killing, but the guy never got caught, and the murders took place. Or many of the murders, or many of the bodies were found on like an old abandoned construction site on Danilovsky Street. But yeah, but definitely. No, I like the ocean. I like the ocean. Being lost in the ocean is kind of scary. Like if you that whole that thought is scary. I can't lie, but no, I don't. I'm not scared of the ocean. Yeah, apart from a couple. So apart from, I never watched One Bitch Nine Pups or the Richard Carrillo case. Never watched that either. No, I haven't. I've heard of the Y Files, but I've never seen the channel. Yeah, I like so I like Wu Tang and sounds like that. I like Wu Tang because it's more like, it just sounds more like experimental, trippy. I like that sort of sound. And even like some of the solo stuff, like Killer Priest. Yeah, fuck snakes, Rabsy. Fuck snakes. I'm not a snake guy. Fuck snakes. A lot of people love snakes, man. Not me. I love big cats, though. I love big cats. Not really. Not really. The Thing. The Thing is my favorite horror movie. The 1982 version. Bull attacks. We could cover that. I wouldn't cover it as like a standalone video, but we could include it in something. Yeah. Big up to yourself, Zeto. Big up to yourself. Stephanie Henderson, what's up? Yeah, I should really, right? I should really switch up my mask. I should wear the Your Next one. It's up there somewhere. It's like a wolf mask. 1 second. Should I put the wolf mask on? 1 second. I think it's going to sound really bad. By the way, I need... Sorry about that. I cut my hand earlier today and I knocked it and it started pissing blood again. Or not my hand, but top of my wrist. 1 second. I'm going to have a smoke first and I'll try the wolf mask. The thing is with this wolf mask, it sounds really, really, really tinny when I talk. It sounds really like... you can tell the sound is weird. Let me smoke first and I'll put it on. Let's get the wolf mask on. Which video do you think's worse than Funky Town? Listen, Funky Town's one of the worst videos. But honestly, if I had to watch a video back, I'd probably watch Funky Town over like Miss Pac-Man, for example. Or like Three Guys, One Hammer. No, I've never played LA Noire. Let me have this cigarette and I'll put this fucking wolf mask on. See how it sounds. I'll let you guys decide. No worries, Diane. Does auto-tune sound absolutely rubbish to you, specifically in rap? Yeah. I mean, certain songs it can work, right? There's certain songs it can work on, but for the most part, yeah, it's crap. Yeah, I've done that before. I've done that before with different videos, yeah. I have done that. I have like covered like the starts of various cartels. But yeah, I'm planning at some point like a CJNG iceberg video where we go like full nerdo, full fucking spurg, and just look at CJNG and like and really look at them top to bottom and make an iceberg type video. What's up, guy on the internet? What's up, man? I don't know why that fucking profile picture made me laugh. That's a great point, actually. Gen Consensus. Yeah, humans are 1,000 times more deadly than any animal. But let's talk about snakes and big cats and a lone wolf. That's a great point. That is a great point. Can't argue with that. Yes, I have. Yeah, there was some fucking I swear there was a story where like US servicemen reported on giants in Afghanistan. I swear to God. But I have, yeah. The Shining. Shining's great in The Shining. That's really the only movie. And one that flew over one that flew over the cuckoo's nest, yeah. Good actor. Should get one of those CJNG clown masks. But yeah, The Thing is an awesome movie. Did you notice at the end, Kurt Russell shares his drink with the other survivor? Has he got the thing in him? I think he does. Yeah, Juice WRLD had some good songs. Righteous I like. Righteous is my favorite Juice WRLD song. Yeah, yeah, we did. So we snuck into like this when I was younger, me and my brother. We snuck into this like old, I don't know whether it was like a mansion or some sort of fucking it wasn't a hotel. I don't know what it was. It's like this big house looking building, but I'm not sure whether it was a mansion. And we went in there like at night when it was dark, flashlights and shit. And we got chased out by the police. And that abandoned that building was there for so long, and it's only just now being like, I think they're renovating it. Maybe I don't know what they're doing to it. They're either going to take it down or renovate it. But yeah, I've done it a couple of times, but it's something I would like to do actually. Yeah, I wouldn't have much choice, friendly homie. If a cartel captured me, I guess I would try to be cool. I would try to be cool. What else could I do? Have I ever had dandruff, and how did you get rid of it? Luckily, no. And I wash my hair every day. And they say you shouldn't do that, but I always wash my hair every day in the shower. But I've never had dandruff. Bro, this is bad. I took the fire alarm out. I took the battery out. I don't need an alarm to inform me of impending danger. You know what I mean? Tarantula, no doubt. Sorry for smoking like an absolute degenerate. Don't smoke, guys. Right, let's get this fucking gap on. Oh god, look at the size of this fucking mask, by the way. Fucking hell, hang on. Does that sound really bad? Does that sound really bad? I can hear it sounds bad. See? Sounds really bad. See? It sounds terrible, doesn't it? It sounds bad. Thank you, Dirty Troll. And the nose fucking shit is like really small in this. Look. It's hard to breathe. I'm gonna suffocate myself. I'm gonna we can't asphyxiate ourselves on fucking stream. We can't we can't. It looks decent. It looks decent. It looks a lot better than that other mask. But it just sounds really bad, doesn't it? It sounds really bad. Back to this fucking bullshit. Yeah, I'm not on any, yeah, I'm not on any site. Bursky chills. I'm on no forums or no Gore sites or anything like that. I have YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. That's all I have. Yeah, I've seen Cannibal Holocaust. Yeah, yeah. Top 5 worst videos of 2023. I think Zacatecas Flaying is by far number one in terms of pure gore. In terms of like that hit me in the feels, honestly, the 5 students case in Jalisco with the friend killing his friend. They made him kill his friend. That's probably the saddest video I've seen this year. Certainly from a cartel perspective. Yeah, Afghanistan's landscape is crazy. Yeah, there's no wonder why like Afghanistan is like the Soviets failed, the US failed. Bro, the landscape is so harsh. Mountains and deserts, and it's crazy. Looking hella sexy. Doesn't sound that bad. It's really echoey. Yeah, I like the look of it. I like the look of it. I sounded like that for a week after my nose job. Yeah, I need to fucking get my nose sorted as well. Believe it or not, not for a nose job, but like I've got a deviated septum, so that's why I'm a bit of a mouth breather, to be honest. Not because I'm a thick cunt. Well, I am thick, but yeah. But yeah, that doesn't sound. It didn't sound great. Deadpool is the mask muffling my voice. Yeah, it's a shame because it looks pretty good, but it looks pretty good. I can see your face a little better with a white mask. Yeah, frogs are cool. Frogs are cool. Yeah, I need to stop smoking, bro. There's no doubt. Yeah, I don't use I've never signed up to like a fucking like a Gore website or anything like that. Yeah. Anybody who's on those sites that's using my name isn't me. So thick is like it means stupid in the UK. It means like yeah, dumb, stupid. So yeah, so Louis Resto, he fought Billy Collins, and Louis Resto or his trainer took all of his padding out of his gloves. So he basically fucked up Billy Collins. I think it blinded him in one eye. It ruined his boxing career, and Billy Collins then went on to kill himself. Basically, I've smoked roll-ups since I was 11 years old. I'm going to be 38 on Halloween, still going strong. Fair play, fair play. There's some people though. There are some people who can smoke all their lives and they suffer no ill consequences. Like my people on my dad's side are like that. Like my granddad, he smoked from like 15 till he died. He was like 88, and he smoked cigars as well at the end as well. He every time I saw that guy, pipe, cigarette or cigar, just lighten up like a chimney, and he made 88. It's crazy. It's crazy how like some people can just do it and they're fine. I'm hoping I have those genetics, otherwise I need to stop pretty quickly. Good for you, Max. No, good for you, man. Hopefully you can make it 4, 5, 6, 7 days. It's all step by step, isn't it? Wear a clown mask with a sombrero would be a good Halloween idea. Yeah, lost media is interesting, man. It's one of the more interesting topics in any sense, like in any sort of content. Lost media is interesting. Like even I like boxing. There's even boxing lost media. So there's like one Mike Tyson fight that was never televised that nobody's ever seen. For example, there's lost media in boxing. Yeah, Waleed versus Dean the Great was the best fight on that card, no doubt. Yeah, I that's a great point, Errol. Um, obviously, I wouldn't recommend anybody watches that sort of stuff anyway, but a lot of those sites are really, yeah, they're not trustworthy. They're filled with viruses and things like that. Yeah, I wouldn't trust them. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Facts. But I do think Lol Superman could be real. No, I've not lost hope in humanity. I wouldn't go that far. Because at that point in time, what's the point? Like, if you actually truly lose hope in humanity, what's the point at that stage, right? No, I've not lost hope. Like, even in making a fucked up channel like this, I've met some really nice people, for example, some really nice, kind people. Um, but yeah, not really. No. Am I scared of going bald? No. Nobody on my mum's side or my dad's side goes bald. We go grey, especially on my dad's side. Um, but yeah, I won't go bald. I won't go bald. I won't go bald. I've got a good head of hair, man. I can't lie. I got a good head of hair. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. Because yeah, a lot of people who mix weed and tobacco in a spliff, they'll be weed smokers and then they'll start smoking cigarettes as well. Yeah, I like to smoke weed like now and again, like only very, 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 very rarely though. Yeah, my grandpa smoked from the age of 13 and he is 77 today. I've never understood how he is still extremely healthy, even at 77. I smoked from 14 to 21 and I got a throat infection, so I had to quit. Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. Yeah, that's a great shout. Yeah, I've been smoking since the age of 11 or 12, cut down to 3 a day. Willpower is all we need. Indeed. And you have to want to do it as well. That's the main thing. You have to want to quit. Because I'll be honest, I don't really care for quitting right now. That's the bad thing. Thank you, 30 Kitter Green. Thank you very much. Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, certain videos get to me. Certain videos stick with you longer than others, and certain cases come back into your mind randomly. But yeah, no doubt they do. Yeah, not to the point to where it's like debilitating and it's all I think about because that's not the case. But yeah, sometimes things come back to you, and yeah, yeah, vaping. I don't like vapes. I don't like vapes. I can't lie. Not a big fan. Will you cover that news anchor girl who got shot a bunch of times on live TV with the killer's camera view as well? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that case. That was a few years ago in America. Yeah, I know that case. Possibly. What's up, Kari? How you doing? Race to Glory FC. Salute. Yeah, I don't like vaping, man. Like, if you've smoked for long enough, vaping just doesn't hit the same. I can't lie. Vaping just doesn't hit the same. Yeah, I totally agree, Maya. For me, Miguel Trevino Morales is um, is up there for the most brutal cartel leaders. Again, sometimes you read about these guys, you don't know what is fact from fiction. But yeah, no doubt that guy was a pure scumbag. As was his compadre, though, Heriberto Lascano, El Mencho. You know, all of these guys are terrible to varying degrees. They're all terrible. But yeah, Miguel Trevino Morales, even looking at that guy, he just looks like the devil, that guy, Miguel Trevino Morales. If you never knew who he was and you saw his picture, you would just get yeah. Thank you, Mohammed, man. Big up to yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And yeah, definitely make it your last, man. They're not worth keep on watching. They're not worth it. Do I know any groups besides ISIS and drug cartels that put their videos or that put videos of their murders on the internet? Yeah, there was a spate in like the 2000s, so like late 2000s type of time, where like a lot of Russian kind of like neo-Nazi groups would put videos online. I've done a few of those cases, but yeah, but it's mainly, like you say, it's mainly terrorist groups and drug cartels more than anyone. And aside from that, I guess it's war crimes and things like that. Thank you. I'm going to terraform and destroy. Thank you. That's a yeah, exactly. But that's true, Berksy. Yeah, yeah. We say okay, we'll quit tomorrow. Yeah, and then it becomes a looping cycle. Facts. Yeah. No, I've never played War Thunder, and thank you, Daryl. Yeah, no doubt, bro. If you think about it, like there's so much 9/11 lost me. No, it's not even lost media. We use that term, lost media, but many of the cases we talk about is just suppressed media. But yeah, without a doubt, there's so much footage from 9/11 we haven't seen. I would say we've not. There's more we haven't seen than we've seen. I would guess that. Yeah, as a smoker, I tried vaping, and no, nothing beats the cigarette lightning feel. Yeah, exactly. Or lighting feel. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. It's just a great cope, isn't it? Especially like you're having a stressful day, like maybe you've had a stressful day at work, or you're at work, go out for a smoke break, gives you a temporary relief of like the day. It's the ritual of smoking that's addictive as well. Yeah, there's something very gentlemanlike about smoking a tobacco pipe. I can't lie. No. I either smoke Benson and Hedges or I roll my own. Pall Mall, honestly, I could smoke everything, to be honest. Now, I think that guy's dead. I think that guy's dead. I think Yevgeny Prigozhin's dead. I don't think he's alive. And as for Wagner, I think a lot of those guys are going to get eaten up into the Russian military. So I was shaking the camera. I just realised. Yeah, honestly, there's a surprising amount of like gore and those sort of videos on YouTube. There's like a lot of old war crime videos on YouTube. A lot. Yeah, locked away media is the best way of putting it. We just call it lost media because it's a catchy title on YouTube, but most of these cases we talk about aren't lost media at all. Like Timothy Treadwell, that's not lost media. Maybe it is now because maybe it's been destroyed, but yeah, it always existed. It was just locked away. El Chapo would never. He's never getting out. He's never getting out. What's up, Nordic? Yeah, there is confirmed a lot of suppressed media from 9/11. I was on the internet when it happened, and it was the Wild West. A lot of that stuff was around, but was removed over time. Yeah, imagine you realize like then, like a lot of this shit is going to go down and it's going to get removed. Like you would download so much shit if you knew that. Cigars are good. I like a cigar now and again. Very rarely, though. Very rarely. But I do like a cigar. I do like a cigar. El Disturbio. Guess like El Flaco maybe, because I'm tall and lanky and thin. Yeah, I don't like vaping, man. I don't like vaping. How much does it cost for you? For us in Istanbul, it's super cheap. Yeah, cigarettes over here are very expensive. Like even a cheap packet of cigarettes is like £10. Um, so yeah, it's expensive over here. Very expensive. How long? Nearly 3 hours. Nearly 3 hours, my bro. Make a video on La Mano con Ojos organization. That's they splintered from shit. I think they was another Millennial Cartel splinter group. I think. I think. I don't think they're around anymore though. I don't think they're around anymore. That's a good idea. Like nobody talks about that organization. Alex Soto. No cartel or gruesome death scenario is more terrifying than a 9 to 5 for life. Yeah, yeah. A loaded question, but do you think that the USA will ever deploy in Mexico? If so, how long until the cartels fall? If they were to be deployed in Mexico, it wouldn't be to combat drug cartels. That would be the cover story, but it wouldn't be to combat drug cartels. Do I see it happening? Not anytime soon. Is it a possibility? Maybe. Um, I don't think there's not anytime soon if it ever happened. But for me, like obviously there's lithium deposits in Mexico, things like that. There's a lot of natural resources. That's the only reason I'd assume America would want to go to Mexico. I'm a lager man, to be honest with you. I probably smoked more secondhand smoke than you smoked from smoking normal cigarettes. To be honest with you, Stephanie, my friends do, yeah, because they know about it, but I don't. I've not told my family I do YouTube. I've not told my family, but yeah, my friends do. Yeah, I don't like that as well. That's one thing about a lot of people who vape; they're really obnoxious. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, that is annoying. Dim Lullaby. A part that stuck with me on 9/11 was the Plaza music playing mixed with the thuds of bodies and fire while calm elevator like music was playing. It's crazy, man. It's madness. It's like 22 years ago. When am I taking a trip to Mexico? I wish, man. I wish I could. I wish I could. Not anytime soon. Well, you never know, right? But not anytime soon. But I wish I could. Your cartel name should be El Calavera, the skull. I've got tomorrow off work. I've got to work on the next video tomorrow, so I've got to finish that. But I've got tomorrow off, so I don't have to be up super early. No, it costs £10. Costs. Well, imagine a pack of cigarettes weighing £10. Bring back pit bulls, guns, and free speech, and get rid of vapes. Based, based. Make the UK great again. Yeah, Canada is expensive too. 20 pack of cheap smokes is like over $15 now. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy. I know that name Harvey White, but I don't know who he is. Thank you, LDR or LD Wright. Thank you. I've got used to rolled up cigarettes. I've got used to rolled up cigarettes, but I never liked them to begin with. But they were cheaper, and I've just got used to them now. Yeah, that's a good. That is very true. That is very true. Yeah, sex is definitely better than smoking. At least it's healthier. That is true. Why smoke cigarettes when you can smoke a fat joint? Listen, there's truth to that as well, good sir. Yeah, 50 grams. Yeah, 50 grams of amber leaf is almost £30. Yeah, it's weird, right? This is going to sound really weird, right? So, if you smoke, you don't notice the smell of tobacco as much, like when you're smoking yourself, but you smell the smell of tobacco when somebody else is smoking. It's really strange. I'm like that at least. And when somebody else is smoking, it smells a lot better. I like the smell of cigarettes, like other people smoking. I actually like that smell, especially if you haven't smoked for a couple of days. I love that smell, like the smell of like cigarettes. I can't lie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just smoke instead, man. If you're gonna vape, just smoke. Most overrated English actor. I don't pay attention to like celebrities. I don't pay attention to them. I don't really know who's out there, to be honest. I don't really know who's out there. I think one who actually objectively is a good actor from the UK is Christian Bale. I think he's from the UK, right? I think he's from the UK. I think Tom Hardy is slightly overrated, to be honest. I'd say Tom Hardy overrated, Christian Bale good. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. 100%. Yeah, THC is a much better alternative than nicotine. Yeah, that is true. Well, it's not the nicotine itself, is it? It's more so what comes with it. I think nicotine, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think nicotine on its own actually has a lot of benefits. Like even I swear even with things like testosterone, I may be wrong. I may be wrong. Maybe I'm just chatting out of my arse, which I could very well be doing. That's a hell of a cope, innit, for smoking. Oh, it's good for my testosterone. Hell of a cope. They're trying to ban like the XL bully in the UK, which I think is a type of pit bull. Yeah, I've seen the Eugene Armstrong video. Yeah, I think I've covered it. Yeah, I might do Unit 731, Errol, the Japanese experimentation slash prisoner of war camp. I mainly watch boxing YouTubers. In terms of true crime, I like Disturbing a lot. I like Disturbing. England, £4.15 for 10 Cadbury's mini rolls. That is disgusting. I'm not even a big fan of them either. They're not worth £4.15. They're okay, but they're not £4.15's worth. I like the smell of cocaine. Uh, I keep on hearing about that air vape shit. I'm not even gonna try it. I can't lie. I'm not even gonna try it. That's the best way to be, honestly. You're 25, never touched a single cigarette. That's great. But my diet is awful and I drink a lot of Coke and eat a lot of ice cream after a day of hard work. A lot of people do that though. They'll come home and comfort eat and maybe eat what they shouldn't. Um, at least you're not smoking, I guess, right? At least you're not smoking. The one thing I'd say is try to substitute Coke out for something else. See, I've never really been a big like soda drinker or like Coke drinker or anything like that. My diet's always been relatively good. It's not been perfect, but it's been relatively good. That sort of side of things, I'm okay. I don't drink that much. I drink now and again. It's just cigarettes for me. Cigarettes is my vice. Cigarettes is what I need to kick. That's what I need to get rid of. I blow hella clouds out of my Stax 24-inch bong. Why burn paper when you can go all glass? That is facts. That's still about Amir. They've not made any noise recently. They made a lot of noise in like end of 2011-ish, but they're still about. That's basically my smell. Fucking Hugo and tobacco. Yeah, on a night out, that is my scent. Hugo and fucking tobacco. It's crazy. Yeah, Christian Bale was Welsh. Yeah, so yeah, he's British. Yeah, Christian Bale's a great actor, man. Like the amount of like varied roles he's played. Like I think a lot of these actors are pretty fucking trash. I'll be honest. But Christian Bale is a good actor. He is a good actor. My favorite Christian Bale movie is still American Psycho. It's still American Psycho. That movie is so good. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, happy I never got addicted to smoking. It never hit me to the point where I wanted to do it constantly. I was like that for a long time, so I used to smoke socially, like if I went out on and like a night on the town, whatever. And I did that for a while, but then all of a sudden I just started smoking. And yeah, that was it. That was it. So yeah, definitely I wouldn't recommend it to anybody in the chat, anybody who's listening, who's young, who's debating it. Just don't take it up, to be honest. Just don't take it up. Do you stick to South American content because you're safe in England? I think I'd be scared of reporting from the States. Not really. No. Yeah, that doesn't cross my mind in regards to safety. No, it doesn't cross my mind. That's a very good point, Rain. That's a very good point. I like a cigar when watching a movie or something once in a while, but I could never smoke every day or even on a regular basis. Yeah, I like I like a cigar probably 3 or 4 times a year, maybe. It calms me down. It calms me down. What Western people don't understand is their hard-earned money is being used by their governments to kill and bomb innocent people. Honestly, use that money for the homeless and poor people. Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree, Mohammed. I totally agree. But that's always been the way. We'll always send aid to like fucking. We're gonna send aid to Israel, first world country. But yeah, like you say, poor people on the streets, they're not going to get any help. Or like people who are ill, things like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you, Alexis. Yeah, bro, though. I swear, like Coke Zero has that fucking chemical in it. I forget what it's called. Begins with an A. Is it aspartame or something? I don't know what it's called, but it's some fucked up chemical sweetener, and it's really bad for you. I forget what it's called. Favorite food? There's too many to list. There's too many to list. If I were like my last day on Earth and I could pick anything, I'd probably pick like the most expensive steak. Like the most expensive steak. Drink water, facts. I can't lie. I like a bit of sparkling water now and again. I like a bit of sparkling water now and again. Do you think the Talibros will hold on to power in Afghanistan? I don't know. Mohammed's the right person to ask. Mohammed Nasser Zadran, he's the right person to ask in regards to the Taliban. What I was listening to though, I was listening to that Lord Miles guy, and he was saying the Taliban treat. You know that Lord Miles guy who went to Afghanistan and got kidnapped by the Taliban. He was saying they treated him really well, and they basically thought he was a spy, and they gave him like like they gave him whatever he wanted, like a copy of a Bible, snacks and shit, and movies, whatever. He was saying they treated him really well, and he was saying because he's been out there loads of times that there's less crime now in Afghanistan than there was pre-Taliban, or well, before they retook back over. So I'd be interested to hear like an Afghani perspective on the Taliban and whether life is better under the Taliban or the alternative. What is better? That's an interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, American Psycho is good. There's so much going on in that movie as well. On surface level, it's pretty. It's the commentary that movie is giving that makes it so good. Reign of Fire. I've not seen the Reign of Fire. Yeah, Prestige is a good movie. But I'm not really sure, mate, because most of the time I smoke roll-ups, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, no doubt, Cassie. Yeah, it's one of those things you should never start. Never start smoking. Yeah, that's another truth. Yeah, I could not quit smoking until I had that heart attack, almost dying. So Almost dying is a good way to kick a habit. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. No, not for safety, just to privacy, just for privacy. Yeah, aspartame. Yeah, like aspartame or something. Yeah, that's what it's called. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like some artificial sweetener that some people say is even worse for you than like real than sugar. Thank you, Todd. Yeah, that's it. Aspartame. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that shit like fucks your testosterone and things like that. And yeah, I used to watch wrestling as a kid, like WWF when it was the Attitude Era. Yeah, aspartame is poison. Yeah, yeah, it's like an artificial sweetener. Yeah, yeah. There's no substitute for water. Just drink water, filtered water. Stay away from tap water. Yep. I don't know who Repulsive is. I'll check him out. Yeah, I could do with some new music. I could do with some new music. I've never seen the Ogreish collections. I've never seen them, to be honest. Never seen Serbian film. I've heard a lot about it. I've never heard of Salo or Salo. Never heard of that movie. I don't really watch like super extreme horror movies, to be honest with you. I'm not a big fan of them. Yeah, the Taliban will hold it for a long time. We can't beat them. We couldn't beat them in the 1850s. The Russians couldn't beat them, and the Americans again after that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a carcinogenic. Yeah, cancer causing. Yeah, mind you, I'm smoking, so we all did the skincare routine after we watched American Psycho for the first time. That's a great point. That's a great question, Amir. What do you think's worse for you? Drinking, let's say you drink 3 Red Bulls a day compared to smoking 20 cigarettes a day. And you have 1,000 people on each side. 1,000 people drink 3 Red Bulls a day, and the other 1,000 people smoke 20 cigarettes a day. Who do you reckon is worse off? It's a great question. It's a great question. Yeah, I still think about smoking every day, though. I won't lie. Haven't had one in 4 years. There's that as well. There's that as well, Mister. Yeah. I'd like to visit more like Baltic countries in Europe, as well as Eastern Europe, in that kind of area. I've seen Greece, I've seen Italy, I've seen Spain, I've seen Portugal, I've seen like most of a lot of the Mediterranean. I'd like now to see like Baltic countries and Eastern European countries. That's true as well, Dean. Yeah, we are living longer than ever before, so yeah, our diets can't be as bad as a lot of people make out. Yeah. What's up, Jonathan? How you doing? Yeah, well, we was talking about this earlier. Man. It's just depressing, isn't it? In things like that, I always just think about the kids and the women who are just getting destroyed in real time. It's depressing, man. It's depressing as hell. just weird how people like just bang on the war drums and just champion it though. How people like they kind of like treat it like it's a sports game. It's really weird. I noticed that with Russia, Ukraine as well. How people treat it like it's some sort of yeah, like it's just a sports game, and it's fucking insane. But yeah, it's depressing, bro. It's depressing. I can't say too much on it because it's YouTube. I can't say too much on it. But yeah, you think the smokers are going to be worse off? Red Bull drinkers are going to be worse off. Yeah, I don't drink energy drinks that often. I can't lie. What's my opinion on gossiping? I don't think you should do it as a man, personally. You should never talk about somebody behind their back if you're not willing to say it to their face. That's how I see it. That's how I see it. No, I've never been to the States. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Oh, really? So aspartame is cancer causing. I had I had cancer when I was 21 years old. It was a very rare form of cancer, but I used to drink energy drinks constantly. That's interesting. And glad you got through it as well. Well, fair play. Hopefully you're good now. Hopefully you're all healthy and good. I've been to Bulgaria. I've been to Bulgaria. Bulgaria was good, yeah. I loved Bulgaria. Big up to Poland. Salute to Poland, man. Alejandro Barrera. The state of Monterrey in Mexico is among one of the safest states due to the industry growing there, with companies making setting up shop there. Yeah, and I think that's a microcosm for what Mexico should be, because like I've always said, Mexico is one of those countries that a lot of people call it a third world country. I always look at Mexico as one of those countries that's like in the middle of like first and third world. Mexico should be a first world country. Mexico should be a first world country. It's got the workforce. I don't think it's got a super old population. It's got a lot of natural resources. It's got a hell of a tourism industry. Social cohesion is still pretty good. There's a lot of God fearing people. Mexico has everything it needs to rise up, and I think it will do. I think we're in a power shift in the world. A lot of Western countries are starting to fall, and I think you'll see other countries start to rise, and I think Mexico can be one. Mexico shouldn't be in the position it's in, really. It's just corruption. Okay, so yeah, Monterrey's a city in Nuevo Leon, yeah. Okay. Forgot where I was. Yeah, people saying energy drinks got to be coping, and this is coming from a smoker. Yeah, man, I know, right? I know. No, I've never seen the Pusher trilogy. No. Yeah, I tried to be LDR. Sorry, LD right. I tried to be as respectful as possible. Yeah, I'd like to go Turkey. I like Turkish food a lot. I always say that on my when I talk about when food comes up, I always mention Turkish food as one of my favorite cuisines. Because I like my meat, and Turkish can cook good meat, good grills, good kebabs. I love that. I love that sort of stuff. And I love lamb as well. I know the Turks use a lot of lamb in their, well, that's what I've noticed anyway. And I love lamb. I fucking adore lamb. I could eat lamb every day. I could eat lamb every day. My favorite meat. Yeah. Yeah, Mexico's been plundered since the 1600s, and there's still so much to go around. Very rich land, very corrupt government too. I think in the long run, Mexico will rise. I think it will be fine in the long run. I think it's a country with like tremendous potential. It's a country with tremendous potential. And there's going to be countries in the next 10, 20 years that rise up who nobody would have seen coming several decades ago. Even certain countries in the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia, they're going to be. The beard is getting longer. Yeah, I need to trim it. I need to trim it. It's disgusting. It's bad. It's bad. Yeah, I meant Nueva Leon is the state, and yeah, Monterrey is the city. Yeah, yeah, the whole US invasion of Afghanistan, then the pullout, it's made the US look weak, I think, on the international stage. I think it's made the US look weak. You don't have to just type what you want to type in the chat, Scott, mate. Just type in what you want to type in. You don't have to address me or anything. Yeah, the Moors murders. I may do a video on it. I was thinking more so on the on Fred and Rose West, more so than the Moors murders. Yeah, I was rolling. Yeah, baklava is like I don't know whether it's Turkish, but I've had it before. It's like it's like cinnamony, and it's like nutty. I think. Yeah, I think that was baklava. Baklava. Yeah, Afghanistan is like Floyd Mayweather. They're undefeated, bro. They're undefeated. He did, yeah, he did. Well, as long as you're here now, that's the main thing. That's the main thing. And like with any scar, whether it's your vocal cords or like a physical scar, whatever, there's always a story behind it as well. There's always a story behind it. Character building, right? Character building. Big up, French. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. Oh, is it Greek? Okay, yeah, I have had it before. Baklava. It's like nutty. It's like kind of cinnamony and nutty and yeah. The Twitch chat is a small community. By the way, there is my Twitch if you're interested. I keep on plugging it like an absolute degenerate. You got to do what you got to do, you know. We've got a new PC, so I might as well plug it a bit more because we can play different games now. We can play better games. Do you know what I mean? We can play better games. Yeah, see, ordinarily, I'm not a fan of that sort of food, like cinnamony stuff, but that was nice. I don't know. I've got zero clue what's going to go on in 2024 in America, but it's going to be crazy. It's going to be hectic. And bro, 2024, man, we felt the last few years have been crazy. 2024 may be the craziest of them all, honestly. So let's enjoy the last couple of months of 2023. This is the calm before the storm. You've heard it here first. 2024 is going to be insane. 2024 is going to be insane. I love lamb, but we only eat it in the spring. And where I come from, we eat pork in the winter. It's tradition to sacrifice a pig before Christmas. Are you from Russia, Andre? So I know you asked about the Soviet killers earlier, or like Russian killers. I'm not sure if it's Greek. Some say it's Greek. Some say it's Turkish. Some say it's from Iran or Iran. Honestly, Middle Eastern food is something I never considered until I tried it. And low key, Middle Eastern food is fire, particularly like the meat dishes. Fire. The meat is seasoned so well. Why the change in speed of your voice lately? My wifey liked it way better before. What is it, slower or quicker? It's looking that way, Nordic. USA is getting crazy, man. Okay, from Romania. But they do those things in Russia too because most people have Christian Orthodox traditions and religions, yeah. Yeah, Romania seems like an interesting place. That's crazy. I've got some weird meeting murderer facts. My nan actually met the Yorkshire Ripper in a pub in Halifax when she was younger. My mum's Irish mate grew up with Myra Hindley. Myra Hindley creeps me out every time I see her mugshot. Fucking crazy. Anatoly Onoprienko. Is he Ukrainian? Sounds like a Ukrainian name. What's up, J Rod? How you doing? Would that include Red Bulls? Oh, is it quicker now? What? I'm not sure what Todd was on about. The videos, they always complain my videos are too slow. My voice is too slow. Try Afghani food. I'm gonna Google this. That actually does look pretty fire. I can't lie. See, I like lamb. I'll eat anything. I'll eat anything with lamb. Yeah, Moroccan food's good. Moroccan food's good. No, I've never had like nudes. I've had nudes from like fucking like like OnlyFans girls who tried to get their profile out there, but that's really it. Yeah, exactly. If my voice is too slow, they can increase the video speed. I always try to, like when I do videos, I always try and talk slow anyway or slower because like it's not just people from like England watching my videos where they can understand what I'm saying when I'm talking quicker. Do you know what I mean? So I try to like talk slower, pronounce words better, try to enunciate better to just to make it more understandable, I guess. Let's get the old Guy Fawkes mask back on. Yeah, I agree, J Rod. I think 2024 is going to be mad. Honestly, I think it's going to be mad. Yeah, Afghan. Yeah, Afghan, not Afghani. I always say Afghani for some, Afghani or Afghani for some reason. What's up? What's up, Bambi? How you doing? No, I don't pay for Twitter. No, 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 no. I don't pay for Twitter. So Afghani is the currency, and Afghan is the person from Afghanistan. Yeah, I always, I always say Afghani. Always. How the fuck am I still live? Dedication, man, dedication. Now I've had a good time. It's because I don't have to get up super early tomorrow. Oh yeah, those behind bars about Madagascar. Yeah, I've seen little clips on YouTube about Madagascan jails, and yeah, they don't look bueno. They don't look good. Yeah, honestly, it's been before 2020, man. It's 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 felt like it's been longer than since 2020. Honestly, I think the paradigm shifted in 2001. I think that's when the paradigm shift occurred. Was 2001, September the 11th. I think that's introduced us into this brave new world. Are there a lot of Latinos in the UK? Always wondered that. So in the UK, there's not many people from Latin America. There's some like Brazilians, Colombians in like big cities. I have met a few. Um, but aside from like Brazilians, some Colombians, there's a lot of Portuguese and Spanish. But there's some. Yeah, South American prisons are no bueno. No bueno. There's so many bad videos as well that come out of like South American jails and prisons. Yeah, bro, I'll die on this hill, Jonathan. See, I've got listen. I will critique like British food when it's warranted, but a good English breakfast is amazing. Not only that, you can actually eat it for dinner as well. It's so good, so good. Yeah, Naive. Yeah, Naive is he certainly reduced the crime rate quite significantly. How sustainable it is the question. I don't know how sustainable it is, but again, we'll see. I hope hopefully the country continues to get safer, but we shall see. We shall see. I know a lot of people don't appreciate his methods, but listen, man, if he's putting bad people behind bars, then But I would need to research him more in depth, to be honest with you. On the surface, it looks like he's doing a good job, but I would need to research him in more depth to see who he's tied to and things like that. Jorge, what's up, man? Big up. You need to cover the Harambe case. Yeah, exactly. There's that. Exactly, Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, UK's too damn far for Latin Americans. Exactly. Why would you choose the UK over America anyway? One's a lot closer and one's a lot better. It's like, go to America, right? Not really. There's like a few stabbing aftermath videos and things like that, but there's not many of those sort of videos from England. Good night, man. Have a good one. Have a good evening, man. Peace out. Peace out to you too. Yeah, I have thought about doing it. Abu Ghraib, yeah. Yeah, it's like a basic English name, Liam. But yeah, I like it. I like my name. Could have been called a lot. Well, I've been called a lot worse. So yeah. Not really. Occasionally, I've done them on the other channel, but yeah, not really. Not really. I thought I saw something too. I see an old man peeking from the door. He's behind you. Yeah, Nigel. Nigel is a super English name. I think Liam technically is an Irish name. Nah, I'm too old, man. I'm too old to go out for Halloween, man. I'm too old for that shit. I'm too old. Yeah, it's Irish. Yeah, it's definitely Irish. Yeah, I claimed it as English, but it's Irish. Ecuador. We're covering Ecuador this week. Covering Ecuador. Couple of videos from Ecuador. I want to do Colombia as well soon. Yeah, William is an English name. Maybe that's Irish as well, actually. Now, I've never really looked at collabing. I'd consider it, but and Disturbance. Well, he is my favorite true crime channel. But it's just time for me to actually collab because I work full time. Like I was saying, I work full time, so collabing with somebody isn't like necessarily easy. To be honest with you, it's not necessarily easy. But you never know. Maybe. And by the way, guys and girls, if you could hit the like, would be much appreciated. Nah, there's not many. Like you're right, Colombia is not as it doesn't produce as much as that sort of content as many would expect. There are some videos from Colombia, but it's mainly Mexico and Brazil. But Ecuador in recent months, the last sort of 12, 18 months, has got worse. Still not so much in regards to like videos, but just like the landscape in regards to gangs and things like that. So like Sinaloa Cartel and CJNG now have roots in Ecuador. It's a super lucrative cocaine trade in Ecuador. and they're basically fighting a proxy war in Ecuador. CJNG ally with a gang called Los Lobos, the Wolves, and Sinaloa Cartel. They sponsor another gang in Ecuador who are at war with Los Lobos. So they're so CJNG and Sinaloa are fighting each other in Mexico, and even their like sponsored gangs are fighting each other in Ecuador. It's like a proxy war. Yeah, yeah. There's like Clan del Golfo in Colombia, but yeah, they still do a lot in the drug trade. But you're right in terms of like massive organized criminal groups. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they're nowhere near what they were. They're nowhere near what they were. Nah, it's pretty crappy, mate. It's pretty crappy. There's been rumors about Mencho being dead for a long time, but I doubt it's true. I very much doubt it's true. I very much doubt it's true. No, no pets, no pets. When I get a house, I want to buy like an Alsatian or a German Shepherd, a big dog. That's what I'd like to. That's what I would like a big old German Shepherd. But no, I don't think Mencho is dead. Personally, I just feel. Yeah, he apparently is diabetic. He's on dialysis. Um, but I think he's alive. I think he's alive. And I wonder what happens when he does die. That's the big question. Like, what is it? Just going to be just a little safe transfer of power, or is there going to be a fracture? Is there going to be a fracture? Yeah, I agree. As long as there's a market, there's always going to be a supplier for people using the product, and they're also responsible. Yeah, for the mess. Those country for in those countries. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Don Alejo. Yeah, there's so many of those stories in Mexico, like people defending themselves against cartels, like real fucking heroic stories, and like real self defense groups who protect like local villages against cartels and things like that. The only issue with like a lot of these self defense groups, they just get not infiltrated, but they kind of take over from where the cartels were at in those little areas. Because a lot of cartels started as like so-called auto defenses. I think Los Viagras was one where they kind of started, but they kind of operated under the guise of being like a self-defense group. But obviously, that wasn't the case. Yeah, it's like yeah, the FARCs in Colombia. Yeah, the guerrillas, like you said. Yeah, they're the ones primarily that are running the coke now. Yeah, and like the paramilitary type groups. Yeah, Clan del Golfo is really the only. Well, it's the biggest organized crime ring in Colombia. But you're right. Yeah, it's like the guerrilla groups, the FARCs, etc. And those guys are branching out as well into like Venezuela, Ecuador as well. Those guys are powerful in South America. The Colombian like mercenary types. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Western nations fund the cartels, right? Yeah, the Discord case was bad, but honestly, all the cases are bad. All the cases are bad. I always find it hard to like put a finger on like the worst cases, but you guys know my answers. It's usually like the ones that come to mind is Miss Pac-Man, Three Guys One Hammer, Guerrero Flaying Funky Town, Ghost Rider. I'd love to visit. Sorry, I love America and I'd love to visit, but I hate the deep state that leads to the US. Yeah, it is what it is, though, isn't it? It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, guys, I need to wrap it up. I need to wrap it up. I'm going to go to bed, I think, in 10 minutes or so. Um, but yeah, I will see you on Friday. Ecuador, a video on Ecuador, Ecuadorian gangs, covering some videos. So yeah, I'll see you on Friday. Next week, may possibly do a bonus video. I'm not sure yet. We shall see. We shall see. But anyway, have a great rest of your week, guys. Thank you for showing out. Enjoyed myself tonight, and and yeah, I'll catch you on Friday. So have a great week, guys. Peace out.